right, all right.
Yo, yo.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Special edition Lions Den on a Saturday night. Y'all got your drinks?
Yes, sir.
I got mine. What you drinking on? I'm drinking on that Hennessy Blanco.
I got that bourbon.
A little iced tea.
I'm drinking the Jack.
Oh,
whiskey.
shit. You got the Jack. You didn't get the port wine tonight. You got the Jack.
Nah, man. I think this is going to be my only glass for the night because I got to get up in the morning. So.
Uh-oh. You got to hit the bags and the gloves, huh?
No, taking the kids out.
Oh, y'all doing something? Okay.
Yeah. You know, because they have the week off. So every day we're doing
Yeah, you got Thanksgiving this week coming up. What you guys got planned for that?
Golden Corral.
I don't really celebrate Turkey Day like that anymore, you know, because of the Indian thing, you know, but
bro,
I don't take it away from anybody else that want to celebrate.
For the past few years, I've been taking the kids to Golden Corral on Thanksgiving, man. I ain't cooking a goddamn thing.
We had that before, man. They got it all. They got the turkey, the ham, the pie, the ice cream.
Bro.
Hey, there's one way to get out of cooking, you know what I'm saying?
You got everything you want to eat with dessert for $14.
Mm-hmm.
For adults, and I think $12 or $10 for kids. You can't, and the thing is, I don't have to wash dishes.
Right.
Yeah, just go eat, then come home and go to sleep.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that one. I think I was ordering a meal when her family comes in, but I want to do Fogo de Chao, but I just can't be around all them people, and I don't eat enough for it. You know, I got to go when they got the discount.
All you can eat in there?
It is no, but that's the problem. You know, I'm not. I don't eat a lot in one sitting, and usually it's better for me to go at brunch or lunch instead of the dinner time, because dinner they're gonna get me. I got to sit there for like a few hours, and it ain't gonna be worth it. So,
gotcha.
So that's what we doing, and I can't. You know, I won't know if old girl is full or pregnant. That's gonna be the problem. You know. Shoot.
Oh hell yeah, that's the wrong place to have her feeling some stomach pains.
Yeah,
you don't know if they legit or they just legit from her eating too much.
Exactly. So I said we got to slow that roll down.
You gotta wait to see if she's gonna fart or is she actually gonna pop out a baby.
Exactly. But tonight, guys, I think we got something special, man. We got something real special. So the question is,
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say the question is, do women choose character or they choose cash over character?
Cash money. I mean, honestly, I think nowadays, generation and ongoing, fuck character. You know, fuck you know, your integrity. It's like what you could do for that person. I mean, you see it all over social media. It's just like, you know, the days of being a good, genuine person is like days of the old.
Done. The morality of the women are gone. I always pose this question when we have girls and they look, and when you pose it to them, they already know what they about to say, and they know when they say it that it's going to be wrong.
So that's why they check themselves before they answer. It's like they pause. The minute they pause, you already know. They're trying to think of the politically correct way of answering that question without seeming like a straight out right bitch or a hoe.
Yeah.
I mean,
the question I pose is, I'll tell you the question I pose. I say, you have a choice. You can either be the mistress to the king, or you can be the wife to a faithful peasant. And every time they choose the mistress to the king. So that means they would rather have the money, be in there, have all of that, even though he's not going to be faithful. She's going to be one of many. She's just not going to have anything. Then have a faithful man that's going to love her and take care of her.
Yeah, that's a shame. Now, you were about to say something, Black Man Travels.
No, that's a perfect question to start off with. I mean, typically when I was single at the time, I used to always ask this one simple question: do you like a nice guy or do you like a good guy? And depending how they respond. Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a nice guy and a good
real
guy.
similar to me.
Well, a nice guy will always do things because, you know, he doesn't want to upset or, you know, not make a person feel uncomfortable. So he's going to be nice about it. So he's going to say or do whatever that you want to hear or see. A good person is going to do the right thing. So sometimes, you know, I think people don't understand the difference between a nice guy and a good guy. A good guy, he's going to be honest with you. He's going to be straight up for you. He's going to stand on his ground. He's going to say things that you don't want to hear, but it's the truth. That's a good guy. A nice guy is going to say, you know what? Hey, you know, you picked up weight, but he's going to sit there and lie to you and say that, you know what? You didn't pick up any weight, knowing that you damn well picked up 100 pounds.
Okay. Guys are scared, man. We played that Thursday, and the woman said she knows how to do it. They know how to pick those specific women or men,
specific guys. Yeah,
they know how to pick them out all the time. But I think, you know, really what got us on this topic, guys, is you have seen it before. The woman that I guess looking to, what's her name? Shireen 7?
Sharon or Shara 7. Shira 7.
Shira 7. Yes, Shira 7. She was listening to her. She went out and got her a trophy husband, you know, met him real quick, said, let's do this, got married to him. And now she's coming back saying that this trophy guy that she really only married for the money did something to her daughters.
Yes.
Yeah. And what I didn't realize is I know that the youngest one would be his daughter. I didn't know if the second youngest.
Well, it seemed like they had twins, but they were different ages, so it was confusing because I was watching Coach Greg Adams, who also is going to be featured in some of the things we might play back, depending on how far we get along. And so it was. Let's put this in context, and I got some videos to play this in context before you play that first video.
You ain't sent me that just to let you know.
No, they're already loaded.
Oh, okay.
All right. So just to give you guys context, this lady started having kids at 17 just because. Okay. First baby popped out at 17. She just wanted to have one. She didn't care. You know, so she has one that was 17 years. Then she had another one at 20. So as Kevin Samuels and a lot of us say, as these women start getting out of their early years of buck wild acting behavior, now they start being in search of what? Those good guys, the guys that have money, the guys that are more established, the older guys. Then ran around with Pookie and Ray Ray and all the thugs in the neighborhood. They got their kids. Now they want you as a good guy, the one that focused on what he needed to do, build his resources, to want to take care of him. Now, this is a beautiful woman. You're going to see her. She's a beautiful woman, but at the end of the day, she still had that fucking mindset.
Yep.
You know, and then because she's a Shira 7 follower, which you know is the sprinkle lady, she started becoming that type of personality. That's how she grew her YouTube channel before she even got into a relationship with this guy. So some of these first ones I want to play are based on how she actually strategized to meet high value men, by her description, of very wealthy guys. And so this sets up the situation a year later after meeting this high value man that she wanted to marry, and the scenario she's trying to project that this high value man touched one of her children. So I'm gonna play a couple of these so you can kind of get the gist of this woman's personality.
In my marriage, there's been times where I've been being super spoiled. There's been times I've been less spoiled. There's been times where I feel like I'm not being spoiled at all, even though my husband is fully providing. He's not doing the extra things that, you know, to woo me, to impress me. And I had to learn, what is it that makes him want to go above and beyond? And as we know, most men are going to roll out the red carpet when you guys are in the courting phase. He's going to do a bunch of things to impress you. He's going to spend a lot of money. He's going to really go above and beyond to show that he's a provider, to show off his masculinity, to show off his success, and just to impress you. I mean, that's what men do. But after a relationship, the methods that you have to implement to get this same treatment are a bit different.
What do you guys think about that clip?
That's why I tell guys don't lead with their money.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you know what the sad thing is, a lot of guys do that, you know, and you know, I don't want to do my fellow Caribbean African brothers wrong, but these type of guys tend to lead with their wallets heavily, because it's taught at a young age that you got to take care of your woman no matter what. And I've seen that in my culture. I've seen that, you know, in the Caribbean culture and African culture, that dudes will lead with their wallet. And it's just like, they feel like, hey, the best way to take care of my woman is to give her money. And now it's become a culture where this is being promoted in music. You got these talk shows and everything else. Like now, for you to go on a date with somebody, you got to, pay the damn babysitter, the babysitter bills. You got to, get the money to get their nails done, get a dress. Like now, everything's so transactional.
And so that's the thing that I brought up before. I said, if our relationship is transactional, meaning I got to pay for your nails, I got to pay for your hair, I got to pay for that. Don't question me when I ask, how much do I got to pay just to have sex with you? Because you made it transactional.
Yeah, you made it. Right. You made it transactional to where, because I'm doing those things, then it should automatically be understood that that's part of the agreement. If I'm taking care of your maintenance needs, then the other thing for my maintenance is you.
Correct.
But let's go into the second one real quick.
When a man sees a woman that doesn't give herself easily, he sees her as valuable. It's just like, how easy is it to go and buy a handbag from Walmart? Anyone can do that. It doesn't cost much. How easy is it to go buy a Chanel bag? Few people can do that. Few people can obtain that. And that's what I want you ladies to act like. Not like the Walmart bag, like the Chanel bag. You are worth more than you are giving yourself credit for. And if any of you ladies are in any of these situationships, and being a girlfriend is a situationship, if there is not a ring on your finger, a real ring on your finger, then you need to walk away. And if you've been giving him, rolling all around in the bed by your body, by the meals you make, you're not. In fact, the more time and energy you invest, the further away you are from where you want to be.
Now, listen, I want to hear you guys' response. But remember, this woman is projecting the Shira 7 personality. This woman has already had 3 children probably by now when she's filming this. Judging by her background, I think she's already married to this guy. So she at least has 2 children, a 3rd daughter, at least by now. And this is what she's telling other women. So go ahead and respond to that.
I'll let you go, BMT.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, look, it's amazing how these type of women will always remain single. And the dude that she ended up getting married with is a bona fide simp. I looked in his background. Look, bro, you are a lieutenant in the military. You're not a captain. You're a lieutenant. And if we were to actually put everything, based on income, you're probably in a six-figure range, and you're doing too much. And the fact that, she's saying all this stuff like a Walmart bag, Chanel bag, like you instantly putting yourself into a material wealth. So your value is based on a price. I would never put my value as a man and what I could do for my, for my family and what I could do for society based on a price. She's literally telling women your value is based on a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the bag that your husband decides to purchase you, that's your value. So if your husband cannot afford to get your Chanel bag and he gets your Walmart bag, it's not the thought that counts. Fuck all that. It's like, hey, he's not doing enough. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
All right. What about you, Felix?
We'll go back to this story. There's a guy who walks into the club. He sees this beautiful woman and he says to her, hey, you are stunning. If I paid you $1 million, would you have sex with me? She says, yes. Then he says, He says, well, how about we leave right now and I'll give you 10? And she says, huh? What kind of woman do you think I am? And he says, well, we already established you a whore. We just negotiating the price now. So, that's all about the price. So what she did by saying, I'm not a Walmart value, all you did was just put a price on what you are. We just negotiating how much you're willing to sell your morality and your values for.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that won't put a price tag on that. Then no matter what, I'm not going to do it. And I think I showed this yesterday, and I tried to tell guys this is the type of woman that you would want, but they don't go for it. Let me see if I can find her real quick. Here she go, and I'll just play the first few seconds of it.
Who we here with today?
Kasaya.
You can do a 360 real quick.
With all due respect, I would not do that.
I like this one. All right, so what begins with the letter T is filled with T and ends with
She was sitting right there. Yeah, I'm not going. I ain't turning. With all due respect, I'm not doing that.
Do I look like
That's a different kind of person who is not going to sell their values, and they're not putting a price tag on that. That's what it is. That's why it'd be very difficult for me to take a stripper or an escort seriously for a relationship. They can be recreational use. The reason is they are always looking at you like a dollar sign. You are always put into some category that's how you are valuing.
Right. So I'm gonna play this final one. Go ahead.
But Fearless, nowadays, I mean, can you tell the difference between a stripper escort with someone that's part of, that's working a 9 to 5? They tend to have the same behavior. It's the same mindset. It's just one works a 9 to 5 versus the other one working the pole. I mean, honestly, I'm seeing more and more women having this gold dishes mindset.
No,
who are not strippers, who are not escort.
That is true. They're requiring you got to spend. They're putting a value on how much you got to spend to take them out to dinner, or something like that. And I just say, is the cost of dinner?
Or you're a dusty, or you're lazy. You're not really thinking hard,
or you're a fuck boy, or what they call us fuck boy nowadays, right?
Oh well, you're a fuck boy if you're just cute. You're a fuck boy if you're just cute, and that's all they're gonna do with you is fuck you. They're not gonna even settle down with you.
And before you play that one, this is how I respond to that, because and this is from the other day. Which one is this? So simple. And this lets you know that if you stand on your square, and I think it's 4, so let's see. If you stand on your square, it don't happen. Let's see if this one.
Man, how many have you ran into in life?
Okay, so let's say I run into 100 dudes. Probably about 4 of them.
Yeah, they're about the odds.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with that now.
Probably about
they're
4 of them.
about the odds. Yeah, that's so that kind of sound like you are delusional. You just catching just a sucker born every day.
Basically.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? A nigga that's, so you ain't never caught no nigga that's worth something doing that though. Am I kidding?
And I'm gonna play this one real quick because she goes into it where she says the kind of guy she gonna get.
Probably have once. See, the way this game work is you have to get with a man who ain't used to dating bad women. A man who don't get women that look like me on a regular. Mm-hmm. They give you the world.
Pause it.
They will give you the world because they.
And so,
wait. That don't look like her. I'm literally looking at this woman
like she's a baddie.
Bro, you are far.
She a street chick, right?
You are far from a baddie, and two, I can see damn love handles while you sitting down, and you wearing all black.
But you saying that, but here, I'm just going to play a little more. So I want you to listen to her carefully.
Happy just to have a trophy on their arm.
It's something for their ego.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you're going to get every single thing you want.
He like when you talk crazy and shit.
Yeah.
As she
said, nigga be like, man, yo, this bitch just said, bro. Bro, that nigga be hollering. Bro, I be on the floor crying.
It's hard to run game on a man that's used to getting women because they look at you like, baby child, I could get a you. Ain't nothing. Like I'm used to you or even better than you.
Exactly.
Yeah. You got to make sure you the best he done got.
Mm-hmm.
And you finna get it all.
How you spot what they look like?
I mean, they usually look like squares.
There you go.
Oh, that's me.
It ain't even that they ugly or nothing. They just look like squares, like lames.
They just ain't got that.
Yeah, they just ain't got it. They look like
nigga, your shoulder ain't even sitting right. There's something wrong with you.
They look like the ones women pay no attention to.
And what they
sweet talk you, your queen, good morning, beautiful, all that mushy ass
Grand
shit.
Rising.
Yes, all that mushy ass shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, first of all, I can tell.
Speak for yourself, Square.
Look, I'm a square ass dude, man. Hey, it's what it is. I watch anime. I got 2 pair of glasses that I use to see. I like interesting things. I like watching documentary. I'm a fucking square to the T. But I know for a fact that, hey, I can stand my ground. And the thing is, people like her, I could tell she's from Miami. I could tell she's from the hood, Poker Bean Projects, Overtown, Liberty City. I could tell. And the thing is just like, it's sad that they have this mindset thinking that everyone, you know, that doesn't act type of hoodish is a square. And
Right.
that's the mindset that a lot of people have.
Right.
Here's the thing, man. And I'm just gonna, just because we're on this one, I'll play this for a second just to let you know what the game is now, brother. The game is now, and you had a video on this. I'll just share this for a minute. We actually did a video on this. And let's see, entire.
Then we'll get back to this topic here.
And what this girl is talking about, maybe if I can get it. No, I got the
response to going to Afrotech to find men. Black women are hunting nerds for hookups, marriage at conferences. I'm gonna go ahead and let Anton get into the video, but this is a response to both Anton and the person who made
get to this.
It was this scene in which they observed that like the stereotype of like the cool kid and the jock and the cheerleader is actually not the cool kid anymore, and the new stereotype of like the nerds and the people who care about the environment and like the kids who were kind of excelling in life are now the new cool kids.
So you see, now what they doing is now they are targeting the nerds
because they already know those are guys who are going to be the ones that are most successful because of the electronic age and all the computer stuff that's going on. The nerds are now the ones that they're seeking because they have inexperience. Most of them are incels.
Yes.
They're subdued, and somebody that has a strong mind can, as far as a female, can manipulate them.
But this girl lays it out. She says, look, what you have to do is when you go there, you gotta see the people who just got the tech job and then the one who had it for a few years. She said you can't date the ones that just got it because they got that new money. They out there, they getting proud of themselves. They newfound, they nerd, they ain't never been in this place. You got to get the seasoned one. So they already plotting, just going there to find the money.
They know the game.
Yeah. So when we say it, the women are choosing that cash over character all the time. So yeah,
this falls right in line with this next video of the same lady that now has this issue with her supposed husband. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that, and then we can get into the video where she's crying and giving out her thing.
So men, especially masculine men, are natural hunters. The first part of the chase, after you attract them, they'll probably want to get your number. So I would say don't give them your social media. And don't make yourself easy to find on social media either. So you don't want to answer on the first call or the first text. You want to give it some time. I know that a lot of women, we already know to do this, so that's not really new. I think that sometimes when we meet a man that we're like, oh my gosh, like he has his stuff together, like he could make a good husband. I could see me being his trophy wife. You ladies get too excited and then you're giving a different energy. You're becoming the one that chases, and you never want to be that girl. Keep that same energy as if he was a broke, ugly Dusty. No, not exactly, but
brothers, keep that same energy that she's a 304. You guys will look at that woman because she's a very attractive lady. And we talked to Blueprint Passport yesterday or the other day. When I asked him that question, he said the same thing you said, Kanal. Oh man, that chick, she average, she this. I said, yeah, but for somebody, she's attractive. Now let's just remove it. Let's take a fine chick. You gonna simp over that? And he had to admit, yeah, I've simped over the fine chick. And so that's what I'm saying. You got to keep the same energy. To me, the prettier they are, the worse I treat them.
Oh,
because they're not used to that. And it's sad that you have to do that, but that's what you have to do. You can't treat them like queens, because as soon as you start treating them like queens, every other guy has treated them that way.
They're used to
so
it.
You fall right in line. And so you can't do that. You can't if you're going to take every girl to Starbucks on the first date and then you see this chick and you're trying to take her to a 5-star restaurant, you messed the game up right there.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. Most women do all this dressing up, getting all ready for other women as far as competition. They don't dress up for you. They dress up for other women. Okay. So at the end of the day, this is an old school trick we used to do in the clubs. We used to take a mediocre chick in the club and we used to show her all kind of attention. You know, get her a drink, take her out on a dance or dance with her multiple times, kind of show like you're not too good for anybody up in there. But you would walk by the finest chick in the place and totally ignore her. All of a sudden, that turns up her competition level. Now she's like, what the fuck? I want that dude. That chick don't deserve him. So by the time you get done just showering her with, a little bit of attention, every chick that thinks she looks better than the chick that you were doing all that for now has her radar on you. This is what we used to do in the club. And it worked every goddamn time.
And I'm looking at your passport blueprint. You actually use the same method that what's his name? The Fresh and Fit, I guess. Fresh uses. Fresh said he just simp on him. He lies to him until he get what he needs. So there's guys out there would do that. The game is I'm gonna tell you everything you need to get there. The problem what I find with that is, and you dump them girls they spiteful, man. When you dump a girl. I heard a dude today when I was listening to the YouTube, finding some clips. He said you have to make the girl dump you. You have to make her think it's her idea.
Yeah.
Because if she thinks it's your idea that you dumped her,
vindictive as hell.
Yep,
it's coming.
You small dick energy. This. He ain't nothing. If you put it back on her, like, oh, you left me.
I just did that to a chick. She was pissed off. I told her I was about to leave the country and all this other stuff she was trying to get with. I was like, look, she goes, well, would you ever reconsider? I said, nah, all my kids are grown. I said, I want to travel. I said, I want to live overseas. I told her about the chick that I was seeing in the Philippines and all that. So she knew she was number 2 already. And the fact that I just put her in her place and said, nah, I wouldn't stay here for you or anybody else. She was smoking hot over that shit. Then I would ignore phone calls and would barely call her. She was hot. Like, what the fuck? You can't call me. I said, I send you a text every once in a while, but I told you my situation. What you want? But you could at least, no, that's an everyday thing. I'm not your boyfriend. You just said you wanted to be casual friends. I give you that. And what do you do?
So do you think it's good to just be an asshole and make a lot of money? And I say that, I'm going to play this clip and I want you to see because she's falling into some issues right now. And she's upset that the man she married was cheating on her with, her friends, a dude. She cheated. Dude was out there. But I want to show you the reason why she married him. And y'all going to know who this is. Yep, give it 1 second.
As O'Shea said, he was over there clapping all kind of cheeks.
Exactly.
I was not in love.
You weren't in love?
No. I loved him, but I wasn't in love yet.
Even when you married this man?
Yeah, that's right.
Lisa Ray McCoy, I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
So when you married him, you weren't in love with him.
Mm-mm.
Why'd you marry him?
I go through the airport, we holding hands. I see this big picture of him on the wall. And I look at him and I said, why is your picture on the wall? He says, well, I am the premier. I said, what does that mean? He said, it's like the president. I said, cha-ching.
I love you so much.
Bingo. And I said, see you Thursday. You know what I mean? So, the deal was already sealed before I even saw him at the airport. But I can't say that he didn't make the deal sweeter. Of course he did.
Bro, that's crazy work right there. See how women do you?
Man,
if they know your business, if they ask you online while you're meeting them, what is it that you do? None of your motherfucking business.
The crazy part about that is that she was hated in that country, like extremely hated. They want her out. Like she was doing her best to fight to keep her title and her credentials. They was like, nah, get the fuck out of our country.
But she found out that he was sleeping with Nicole Murphy. Dwayne, what's his name? Was on Martin, the Martin girl, Dwayne Martin. Yeah, Dwayne Martin. He was married to one of the girl that was on Martin, the light skinned one. So wait,
guys. Before
Diddy was tacking. Oh Lord Jesus!
Wait. Allegedly, guys. Allegedly, let's use that
this
word.
Dude is a known cheek clapper through even Diddy at this point.
No, I'll say allegedly. I'm only referring to what she said.
It's been confirmed. People have seen them too.
I'm saying for my channel, allegedly, because I already got a strike. So allegedly.
I'm only repeating what Lisa Ray said, according to her, not according to me. I was not there. I was not on the plane. I was not in the country. But this is
all
what
I'm
she's
doing
there.
is talking about evidence that has already been provided in other cases. That's all I'm saying.
But think about this, man. So, and the reason I bring up the fact that she found out that he was cheating with Dwayne Martin, he was cheating with Nicole Murphy, is because
there was a plane, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a plane. So she was looking at the manifest on the plane, and she could see who was on the plane. It was like, hold up, they in the country and I'm not there. But here's the kicker.
Why didn't I get the invitation? Yeah.
Here's the kicker. She didn't leave him. She seen that he was getting cheated. She says that she called up Nicole Murphy and said, hey, I see that you was on the plane with my husband. And Nicole Murphy's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, I'm looking at the manifest. She's like, oh, well, let me call you back.
Never called her back.
Never called her back. She said when she went to call her, she just wouldn't answer. But she stayed
no longer
with
in
him.
Service.
Yes, she stayed with him. So it didn't matter. Now, me or you, she would have kicked us to the curb. You no good cheating on me. But for that money, she stayed. She did not care about the character of that man. That man, it didn't mean anything about his character. It was all about, like she said, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's what I heard.
It was a done deal, she said. It was already a done deal. She was going to do whatever it took to keep that dude in her presence, knowing his level of success.
Yeah. And this brings us back to the same woman that we talking about now. She said when she got engaged in a week. Yeah, I have it. What do you want me to do with it? You got the
right after this statement, we're going to go ahead and run that. We've given them enough context about this woman and others. Now we want to hear the sob story a year after she rushes into this marriage, and we'll talk about that in a second too. But go ahead. And
you have the as long as you have the queue up where it's at. You got that?
No, this first one is the full video. The one that we use as the premise for the whole argument. It's a 14-minute video, and we can stop and start it as we go.
I don't have 14. You sent me an hour and 31 minutes. Is there another one?
She in the white one with the
trophy wife hides videos. That's
I Married the Monster. That one.
All right. Is it? I don't see it in the back. Let me see it. I don't see it in the back. Let me see.
No, that's not in the back. I thought that was the one you downloaded from.
No, I downloaded the trophy wife blasted by the niece.
Oh, no. We need the other one. But go ahead, Black Man Travels. Go ahead while we do a little maintenance in the background. What are you thinking right now before we start playing this video?
I mean, it's sad, man. It's very disappointing, and as much as I try to defend a lot of women.
You do have your cape on, brother. We try to keep you from.
At the same time, I mean, there's bullshit on both sides. I'm not the type of person that's just gonna look one side, but it's getting to the point, man. It's like, I mean, you burying yourself every day, and
pretty soon you're gonna have to.
And my thing is like, where are the other women to deflect this bullshit? Like to say, hey, we don't really think that way or do this. And same goes for the men. It's like, hey, we don't all do this and whatever, but it just shows where our society is going. And it's going to a very.
You're trying to have one woman hold another woman accountable. They don't do that. They do not do that at all. Women cannot tell other women the truth. I can come to you and say, bro, what you're doing is wrong, man. Or you getting overweight, you getting this.
Right,
I can say that to you. Yeah, and because we grow up.
You call me out of my tummy, man. You call me out, bruh. I seen some of your old pictures. You were looking kind of big. That belly was looking kind of big. You called me out. Did I get offended? No, I said you're right. Yeah. So, but you can't do that to another woman, bruh. This shit ain't gonna go down like that.
It's just, I don't know. It's just like, I have sons, and it's like, this is what they're gonna have to do. You know, this is what they got to deal with, and now it's like your value is based on what you could do for somebody, and it's like that at work. It's like that outside of work, and it's just like where can you find good, genuine people? Like that's becoming a hard to find, like a needle in a haystack. I mean, I just feel like our society is will continue to go on a downfall, and especially within Black relationship, that shit is just in the utter trash.
Hey, I'm dropping in the back chat. If you don't have it, I'm about to drop it right now. That link, that specific link, for her sob story. It's the one at the very bottom.
Well, it started off with I can't just say it's this error, because I remember
it's been going on for a while.
No, yeah, back in our day, who was it? Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately?
TLC. I don't deal with scrubs.
Yeah,
Scrub can't do nothing for me. Okay.
And even
we've been getting it for years. Yeah, we've been getting it for years.
I need a soldier.
Early 80s.
And so that's what they set themselves up for. Women have set themselves up to become transactional. It's not, so you can be the most arrogant, worst guy there is. And as long as you got them funds, you're good. You're good to go. You're good to go. All right, I'm gonna put this as a video, so you're gonna have to tell me, or you can. Well,
we'll just say pause when we get to certain points that kind of like sound fishy, because then I got some background evidence, and then we got some other videos that kind of go into the detail of this woman. But I kind of already set up the context of how this woman got with this guy, her trophy husband.
All right, yeah, we good at this, or where we going?
Yeah, we can start right at the beginning, so we can hear her whining and crying. She, by the way, she calls her people trophies. Okay.
Wow.
She calls her crew the trophies.
To my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you hear any noise in the background, that's the new baby. A lot has happened since the last time that I recorded. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my second trimester, and yeah, I think I did post an update in the community section.
Where can I fast forward to get to something?
Born.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna get to something. But I can tell you this: that robe she got on, that's some money right there. I'm letting you know that's just not some.
Oh, she's wealthy. She drinks. She only drives foreign cars. He's gotten her the best of the best. This is on a lieutenant/captain salary in the Navy, but he must have come from money, because he actually has way more than any lieutenant in the Navy should have.
Tried so much. It's like I built this channel and this whole brand around being this man's wife, and
Boom. All right, I'm already calling that.
Liar.
Boom.
Liar.
Stop it right there.
I'm like,
stop it right there. And by the way, let me give you some background information. If you were to look up this young lady's website right now, her YouTube channel, she has deaded all her content. This is the only content that's still left on her page.
Yeah, because she's trying to eliminate all proof.
She's hiding everything. Now, other YouTubers that already started dealing with her past, other YouTubers have pulled up a lot of stuff on this woman, besides what I showed you that was left over in her TikTok, because she started pilfering through her TikTok on all the different things about her personality and what she looked for in a man, and why she was looking for a wealthy man, why she settled for this man, all these other things. She's trying to look so clean right now. So she's gone through and filtered through a lot of her content. But go ahead, Black Man Child.
No, I mean, you perfectly said it. Just lies. I'm picking at her body language. I'm looking at the phony cries, the tears that's coming out of her eyes.
No tears.
And I mean, honest, look,
beautiful
if I were to
woman.
find out, Here's the thing, guys. We need to stop.
Beautiful on the outside.
No. I'm gonna push back.
You can say
I'm gonna
ugly on
push
the
back.
inside.
I'm gonna
You can
push back. Let me push back. Here's the thing. We need to stop telling everybody's fucking beautiful. We really need to stop doing that. She's attractive. When I call someone beautiful, I look at inside and outside. Your personality, your whole being. That makes you a beautiful person. Felix could be a beautiful man because the type of man he is. You could be a beautiful person because of the type of person you are. But if your attitude, you sneaky, you a fucking liar, you do conniving shit. No, you're not fucking beautiful, man. You're attractive.
Correct. It makes you ugly.
You're attractive. Yeah, you're attractive, but you're not fucking beautiful. And I think a lot of people need to stop throwing that word so loosely, man. We throw it out there so loosely, like, yeah, she's beautiful. Like, no, she's not. She's just attractive.
Okay. So let me clean that up because I was trying to.
Yeah, clean that up.
Beautiful woman to look at right off the bat. But as you get to know her, you see the ugliness inside her. So that's why I used to say a lot of people and people that have heard other podcasts I've been on, I'd rather take a good solid 6 than to take a fucking 9, 10 that's going to be a headache because of her fucking ugly nature. And this is the exact same thing that I was talking about. This is the example I will use moving forward on a reference point of what a 9 or a 10 might look like, or even a high value 8 when it comes to overall looks. Not her fucking attitude, not her nature, none of that shit. Just first glance, she's not a bad looking girl.
What gets me is this. If I'm about to break down a story that's sad, and I'm like, because the camera's here, and like she said, oh, you can hear somebody in the background, they just cooking. That's like the wife sitting right there, the family sitting right there, and I'm like, all right, hold up now, I'm about to make this video. Now, what happened was, who does that, man? Because if you're going to make a video that is sensitive in this type of nature, you're going to be somewhere private. You're going to be like somewhere where you're giving your emotions and everything out, not where people around. You just don't do that. So you can tell that I called it. But all right.
Trying to teach other women how to attract good men and provider men and all these different things. And I truly held my husband or saw him as the bar for what every woman should, type of man or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And I didn't realize that the person I married was actually going to be my biggest nightmare. So basically, when I first met my husband, as I've already talked about in another video, I think it was my single mom video, I explained, a little bit about how we met. And I really thought that man was my Prince Charming. So when I first met my husband, I thought that he was my Prince Charming. I thought that he was my knight in shining armor, and he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous.
All right, that's Kat. You know why it's Kat? Because she said on another show when she met him on eHarmony, and she was getting kicked out of one house, and she had to, so she was about to be on the street, and she tells him, hey, I'm about to be homeless. And he says, well, maybe we could get married. And so he says that to her, and then she goes on after he says, I'll marry you, she goes on the eHarmony the next day and sees he changed his profile picture.
The story.
He just updated it. And she's like, hold up. You said you want to marry me, but you still out there on the hunt.
Right.
So
she goes and does what? She goes and buys the ring for him to initiate that they need to hurry up and get married.
Yep.
She don't want to let him out of her grip.
She brought the ring?
She brought the first initial ring to push him down the aisle a little bit faster than he was even ready to.
Within a couple of days of meeting?
Yes.
Wow.
Within a week, they were married.
Now, I think in a week it was engagement. Within the month, they were married.
Yeah, still.
Now, remember,
that's a weak-minded brother, like you said. I'm going to call him out. Yes, he was weak as fuck.
What's her channel again? Is it still up?
It's up.
But
there's only one video, and it's the one we're watching.
You serious?
She killed all the other videos, and she built her whole channel off of their whole relationship, all the things she was getting, how she dresses. If you see her IG, everybody can look up her IG. She has about 15 videos up still. There's a lot of them she already took down.
Oh wow, she now has a GoFundMe page.
Yes. And I was about to bring that up. I have the GoFundMe page.
All right, my bad. You know what? I'm gonna shut up and let you go.
Since you already had opened it up, we're gonna go ahead and share it. I got it.
Wow, this is a hot mess.
There you go. She already has a GoFundMe page about how she needs to rebuild her life with just her and her kids after this supposed situation that's going on with her husband. We're gonna go into that here in a minute, but just to show you how diabolical this lady is. This is a wealthy man. She supposedly has the best of everything. Birkin bags, all these other things. Why all of a sudden is she needing a GoFundMe page if her husband is wealthy?
Well, one, if you would get rid. See that what she's not going to do is she's not going to get rid of any of those material items. That she's not going to get rid of that Birkin bag. She's not going to sell her car. She's not going to do any of that content. Get rid of that.
And look at these two. Look at this woman. $4,000 in a matter of 2 payments.
God damn.
To start her down that road.
So I hate this because it says, please protect your lovely babies forever. It wasn't your fault. Well done for walking away. Many women don't. Thank you for believing in the girls. Here's my problem with that. She didn't protect her babies.
No, she did not.
She moved in with somebody she didn't know. Was it her fault? Partially, yes, it was your fault. Because you put your children in a situation. Your children didn't volunteer for that situation. You put your children in that situation without them having a choice. And then we're going to talk about the situation. I can't say he's guilty, not guilty at this point. We're going to bring some evidence that you guys can decide.
Right.
But she put him in that situation without knowing somebody. All because she was chasing the bag. She put that money over everything else.
And still wants the money.
This is sad, man. This is very sad. And
so let's go ahead and finish playing her little wine, and then, or we can get into, the cousin that actually is starting to pick apart her story.
Well, let's go up to what I want to get to what she says happens. Let's see.
I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately.
Listen to that word, immediately.
My first thought was, did someone touch her?
And the thing is, that wouldn't be my immediate thought. I'm just thinking about this. All right.
Right.
If you have a daughter and you changing her and you see a rash, the first thing I would think
diaper
of is,
rash.
Yes. Is there a diaper rash?
The pamper stayed on her too long or whatever.
Correct. That wouldn't be because if you're living in a household, I'm in a house, me, my wife, my kids, that would not even be an immediate thought. That would be like the last thought that I would have.
Mm-hmm. Now, just hear how she says immediate. I'm going to show you how immediately she pays attention to her children. Here's point.
In my marriage, there's been times where
This one.
I stayed in situations much longer than I had to because I had children in those situations. So I understand the struggle of that. Definitely. But you know, there's that saying, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when you'll make a change, and that's very true.
Wait,
So it's just all
bro,
about
she looks completely
whenever you have the
different.
urge to do that. Sorry if my house is noisy in the background. I don't know how much you all can hear, but there's so many of us that it's just like that. So if you hear stuff in the background, just act like you don't.
Listen to how concerned she is. Hold on, don't say nothing yet.
What else do y'all want to talk about? I don't even know what to talk about.
Because that's all she want to do.
Does she seem concerned about her daughter crying in the background?
Nope.
No.
She said, do what? Ignore it. How many times does she ignore her children?
Here's the thing, man. This is when you on camera, you know. So imagine when you ain't doing nothing, you really ain't paying no attention to them. Well, you said to me, let's play it.
Oh God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy.
Now she's gonna get a lot of pushback from a lot of different women from this.
I felt like my world ended on that day. My husband wasn't home at the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house. Because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie. And that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever. As soon as my husband...
I'm going to pause that right there. And the reason I'm pausing this is she supposedly comes from a background of being abused.
Oh, yeah, she says that she was abused.
Does this seem like the personality of a woman that's been abused by the way she's reacting and acting for the camera?
Now, here's what I will say, and I'm not defending her, but everyone reacts to tragedy differently. I'll say that.
The only women I know that react to something like that is in a violent way. They are not calm. They are not calculating. They are violent because now they can fight back. When they were small, they could not. So any woman I've ever seen that was ever attacked like that from a child situation becomes highly agitated and highly violent when they know something like that is happening to their daughter. No way she's sitting here calm like this, talking about this specific subject. As a man, you wouldn't sit there calm like that if you were attacked when you were young and you know one of your sons were being attacked like that from any neighbor or anybody in your family. You're not going to act that calm. There's no way any black woman in America would act like that, knowing the history they've been through themselves and now their child is going through it.
Facts.
Stop it.
Facts. I mean, and my thing is this: any parent that learned that their kid has been molested or assaulted would not be sitting in front of a fucking camera at all. So it's like, for her to do this and this happened recently, and you sit in front of a camera with all makeup on, and it just, bitch, you lying. It's just like, it's just not
That's
making
a
any
key
sense.
point right there. All the makeup on. How many women
It's like, dude, I
makeup
mean,
on
honestly,
when
look,
that's going on?
if you know as a mother, you find out your daughter has been molested or assaulted, dude, you're not trying to jazz up to be in front of a camera.
The second thing is, you said that she has been through the trauma. Why would you subject your children to that type of trauma by telling the world what happened to your children?
Thank you. Now it's on the internet forever.
Yeah. Why would you subject them to that type of trauma that they got to live with? That maybe that's something that they would be embarrassed about or didn't want to know, and you're letting the whole world know what happened.
Not only they, but the kids are cruel nowadays. You put this out on the internet, kids look up your name and see that this has happened to you. The kids in high school are ruthless to find something out like this.
You should be talking about not even this. You should be calling a psychologist or something. Have your kids talking to a psychologist. And I'm gonna see if I can find this one clip, and we're gonna get into it. But I just don't agree with this. Because
now we can either jump to Craig Adams, or we can go to the female YouTuber that really dug into her whole history and tore it up. She had her cousin, the cousin of the husband. She had everything documented, and we can tear her stuff up.
I want to tear that up, but even before, because we're gonna stay on here, but I want to show something else if I can get to it fast enough. Because what has happened is that
I just played that one, Alex. Sorry, I'm talking.
Yeah. No, women have found out. This is why it's so difficult for a man. Women use their children. They use all of these things as a weapon for men, and we are powerless, man. We are powerless.
Here's a little clip, and she's a famous YouTuber, and she calls it straight down the middle. Her name is Dana Dane. You can look her up on TikTok. She will call it straight down the middle, male or female, it does not matter. Listen to her take on this situation.
This trophy wife lady, let's talk about it. I got so much to say about this situation because there's just so many layers to it. First thing being how desperate a lot of y'all are to become these trophy wives, to be these kept women. So much that you'll put your children's safety at risk in order to try to get it. So she talks about how she met her now husband and how she used to listen to Sprinkle Sprinkle, led her to go on eHarmony, which is already desperate enough. But you go on there looking for this provider. You find this man who you think is Prince Charming. You know why you thought he was Prince Charming? Because you didn't know him. That's why. That's typically why y'all get so surprised by men's actions down the line, and you just can't believe that he would be capable of doing all of these things that he do. It's because you don't know him. It's because you got involved with somebody and married somebody and moved in with him and brought your 2 sons into a house with a man that you don't even really know. That's how you got tricked. Like when I listened to her story and she talked about how she was in a serious relationship with one man, she had already moved in with him. They break up. Soon as she break up with him, not even 72 hours later, you on the phone with your now husband, and now you talking about moving in with this man. Like, it's very much desperate. It's very much pathetic. It's very much you don't care about your son's safety because you just keep jumping from household to household with these different men that you don't even know. Men can smell the desperation on women. They can smell it, right? So not only are you on the phone telling this man you barely know that you need somewhere to stay with you and your sons, this man bring up marriage to you prematurely and you run out and go buy a ring because you want to make sure he's serious about marrying you. You smell desperate. He can smell it on you. A lot of these men who are predators, they seek out pick-me women because they know one thing about those type of women. They weak-minded and they desperate for a man. And they desperation for a man will make the accessibility to the children easier. And it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that these women want a man so bad that they sacrifice their children's well-being in the process. And I already can hear y'all now, give her grace, give her grace. I'm not giving her grace. You know why? Because children were harmed. And I don't play about kids. I don't play about kids. And I definitely don't play about kids being SA'd. Right? So I appreciate the fact that when she found out, she did something about it and she believed her children. But she won't get no grace from me because in the end, it's your bad decision making that got you there, that got your kids harmed in the first place. One day y'all gonna learn about just listening to anybody get online and telling you that they can sell you this ebook, they can give you this step-by-step instructions on how to meet a good man, how to meet a rich man. If you meet them type of men, that's by the grace of God, but nobody can give you a handbook on it, especially not somebody who had to listen to somebody else. You telling me you had to listen to Sprinkle and now you think you so much of an expert that you could be selling ebooks and you can give out instructions and build a whole channel off of something that you ain't even mastered, off of a man who ain't even the man that you think that you married to, right? But this is how it always play out because you can't listen to these people online. You don't know what happens when these phones close. You have no idea what they dealing with behind the scenes. She came forward and told the truth about what's going on behind her scenes, but there's so many who will never do it, right? There's so many women who come online and sell you a dream and they never tell you what they have to pay for it for real offline. At the end of the day, I'm very saddened by this situation, and my heart goes out to those two little girls who were harmed by that sick man. And I hope that any other desperate woman out there who don't use her discernment and puts her kids in harm's way, I hope that you learn from this.
See, I hate that because she already made an accusation.
Right.
And
She assumes that he's already guilty when other truths are still coming out.
And
you do know that Sprinkle has already distanced herself from this woman.
Yes, I have a video of that as well, but I didn't.
So hold up, this is why I don't. So this is how I counter that when I see.
We're gonna clean up the infection.
It's a little bit long.
And tell the truth, Mr. Monzel. In your lie detector test, you were asked, did you have any sexual contact with any of your 3 daughters? You said no. And the lie detector said there was no deception.
Yes, thank God.
How does that feel for you? And that your daughters know it?
Well, I felt they always did know it.
You felt they always did know it? And didn't speak it because?
They didn't know no better. They wasn't told no different.
I don't hear a goddamn I'm sorry. I don't hear nothing.
Hold up, watch this though. Watch
said,
this.
Did you make up or exaggerate any stories with the intention to harm Monzel? She responded no, and the answer was deceptive.
Thank you.
You lied about it.
And she still ain't said I'm sorry.
He asked you, did you say something to the effect of, I'm going to make sure you're never happy again? She responded, no, and the answer was deceptive.
She lied about that.
So, Miss Yvonne has acknowledged that her story about you touching your children in a sexual way was not true. So, Miss Yvonne, is there anything that you wanted to say to Mr. Monzel?
I would have reached out and punched
Why
him.
didn't you fight for him harder?
Listen to
this.
Listen to this.
I know goddamn well she didn't just say that. I had to
Did you
pause.
hear that?
I had to pause it. Why did you fight for them harder after I fucking lied on your ass?
Yes.
What the fuck? What kind of game are
that
you
raped
playing?
the kids, that you touched the kids, that your kids, and why didn't you fight for? You're just so delusional, man. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make something like this shit up. I lied on you about touching the kids, and then I'm gonna blame you for not fighting for your kids that I lied on you about.
Even though he was in denial the whole fucking time. And she's sitting there with a straight fucking face. Matter of fact, even looking madder that the truth is now out.
And this is the problem when this woman tells this story. This is the issue. Let me play a
And
little bit.
what is it that he could have said that would have made you not believe the lie you were telling? Miss Yvonne, you told the lie.
Hold up, man. I got to hear that one more time.
How is he going to convince you from the lie you fucking
Yeah,
told?
I got to hear her say that one more time because that was a gem right there. That was a gem.
That he could have said that would have made you not believe the lie you were telling. Miss Yvonne, you told the lie. It was a lie, and you told it. And you gotta own it.
I'm sorry. I need you to say that you did not rape your girls. I need to hear it come out your mouth the way I've always heard it, Ma.
I apologize for accusing you of raping them. Please forgive me.
Hell no.
He don't forgive
You
him.
don't have to forgive him.
No, he don't forgive him. Just to let you know, he
don't
don't
have
forgive
to.
him. He don't.
Accept your apology.
He says he didn't. Hold on, let me go
I
back.
cannot accept your apology because it's not sincere.
It's not.
Deep down, I know that you didn't believe that. You knew I had no sexual desires for my children. For 25 years, this thing has broken me.
She don't give a fuck about that.
She don't care, man.
She's happy. That's what she wanted. She wanted to break him. She wanted to keep him in misery. She said it.
The thing is, she brainwashed the children to believe the same thing.
Exactly.
So no matter what he does at this point, somewhere in their mind, even though they know that the mom lied, he didn't do it, she created this story that they have believed for 25 years. If you tell that lie for 25 years, you start to believe it yourself. I know people that I've done stuff with, that we were somewhere together. They have lied about the story so long that I start to believe their story over my story. And I'm like, I was there. We was there to
Hey, wait a minute. I don't remember that, but I'm gonna rock with it.
Because they said it so long
I
the
ain't gonna
wrong
try to
way.
fuck your shit up. Yeah.
You don't know. It has affected my life in ways I can't even count. The things that you did. This is not no game. This is these children's lives. And it's just a demon in you that you need to deal with.
Exactly.
And he said it just right.
And
D-Ward
there's
said
no,
pure motherfucking evil.
No accountability for these chicks. And I think until something happens to these women, that you will keep something like that. And I think I have one clip and I can probably try to fast forward through this one as fast as I can, that where somebody was actually held accountable. I download it. No, I'll just play it from the internet and we'll just skip through. Where somebody was actually held accountable. And I know y'all may know this story, y'all may not. So this is OFD Duty. She said he touched her son.
Y'all doing today? I think it's very safe to say that the woman we have in the office today, FTN Bay, she's a compulsive liar. Also groomed her son.
Alex were playing, and I fell and I hit a stick. So I'm looking at him like, and I heard that before. He said that to me before, and I asked him what he was talking about. I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "Okay." So I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, you're not making sense." And I said, "Where'd the stick go?" He starts pointing. So I say, like, I'm like, my heartbeat. I'm like, "What you talking about?" And then he say, "Alex put something there." I say, "What? What are you talking about?" So I'm like, "What are you talking about? Alex did what? What was it?" He says, "It was a little spiky thing." I said, "Where'd she get it from?" "I don't know." I said, "What color was it?" "Silver and gold." I said, "Okay." Freaking out because I don't know what's going on. I'm asking questions like,
So I'm gonna
how did
skip
you feel?
past all
Lying
that.
to her son and traumatizing her own son. Anyways, I basically came here to tell y'all that she's an inmate now. It's the rapper OTF Duty Low, the man who was falsely accused of molesting her son. He said, "This was a long, stressful milestone in my life. Throughout the trials and tribulations, I stood tall after all the lies and backlash. Stop playing with my name. First in history, justice. First time being served from a scorned woman who tried to ruin me. Cancel her. Stay blessed." Here's footage of FT and Bae getting arrested. And honestly, I do not feel bad for her. I only feel bad for her son and the rapper. OTF Duty Low. Learn from your mistakes. Be a better person, and let that be the.
I play that because here's the issue. When he was going through the trial, she said that, hey, my son, he stuck something up my son's rectum. He did all this. The guy's like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. She put his name out there, falsely accused him. And because he was under, you know, when somebody falsely accused you, when you get a lawyer, what's the first thing your lawyer say? Don't say nothing. So while this girl is getting on Tasha K and she getting on all these platforms, he got to sit there and close mouth.
Say a word.
Not say a word. She's ruining his entire reputation. She's saying all these things about him, ruining his career, and he can't say a word. And people are like, why aren't you defending yourself? He's like, because whatever I say at this point, they can use against me. They can twist it, so I can't say anything. Then it comes out that she made the story up. She lied about the whole thing. She was trying to convince her son to say something that wasn't. Now, finally, she was arrested for it. But I want you to think about this. Her arrest compared to whatever her jail sentence is, compared to whatever his jail sentence could have been, is nowhere near the same.
Yeah.
How he would have been treated in prison and how she treated in prison, nowhere near the same. How much money he lost because of this accusation and how much money she'll either have to pay back or she lost, not even the same. We never get treated like that by a false allegation, man. And that's why I said, before we let the woman who was before said, oh yeah, the guy did this. I cannot convict the man before I hear all the evidence. When somebody just comes out, because I've heard too many stories where things have been contradictory, where guys have lost their career, their livelihood, and they can't get it back.
And women, all they have to do is shed a few tears. Emmett Till, all these other men way back in the day when it was a racial line even. All a woman had to say was one little word.
We can fast forward.
That it was an assumption of something done wrong to that woman. And automatically that man is tried and proven guilty.
We don't even have to go back that far, man. We can go to Johnny Depp, where he lost his he had the
career
movie deal with Disney. Yeah. Now, just imagine Disney says we're going to pay you $30-40 million. He loses the deal, but the woman's not going to reimburse him for that. You lose nothing. To come out and say this, an accusation is so vile, is easy for a woman because the downside is nothing.
It's nothing.
They're not going to say, hey, you got to pay back this
restitution for him money. Losing all this money. They ain't gonna do it.
Nothing. And even if they prove, so I don't know what happened, but I'm just giving a scenario. Even if they prove that he did nothing wrong, she will come back and say this. That's what my daughter told me. And I'm going to believe my daughter. And women, I don't care where they went, they did some kind of test or because that's the first thing you're supposed to do. Take your daughter to get tested, where they do those tests. The thing that they will say is, I'm glad you believed your daughter. Even if it's a lie, they will still follow. I'm glad you believed your daughter. Well, it's proven to be a lie. She lied. Doesn't matter. There's a certain faction out there that's always going to be with her.
To err on the side of error and caution than to ignore it. But yet and still, her daughter can be in the other room while she's filming and she won't react to that. And that's on camera. On a lie.
Did you want to hear the rest of her or did you want to put the niece in?
We can get to the niece. Yeah, let's get to the niece.
All right.
Let's start dispelling all this shit.
Now just to say,
I mean, honestly, guys, it's hard for me to just hear all this bullshit.
I know you're a champion for women. Believe me.
No. I'm a champion for good people. I don't give a fuck if you're a man or a woman. It's just I don't believe in just always throwing every one-sided person on the bus.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just was bringing that up.
No. Go for it. Go ahead and play it, man.
Now, just to set this out. I hope you're not wearing no cape no more, brother. I know you want to put that cape on.
No. It's not a cape. I mean, my thing is this. Wait. Let me clear things up.
Come on,
Let me clear things up, man. I don't defend one particular group. I defend people that I feel like, hey, you know what? That person's not there to defend themselves. All right, cool. Just like they ain't shit type of women out there, they ain't shit type of dudes out there, man. You can't just constantly just throw it over to one side and not talk about the other side. I mean, that's just me.
And I get that, Kano, and that's
not caping. That's not caping. I'm like, well,
let me clear this up.
Of every story.
How many years have men been dumped on by all the women's groups and all the different women's TV shows?
I don't care about
Oprah
that shit,
to
man.
Sally Jesse
I never.
but the whole thing is we've been caked on for so long.
So this is your turn to do it now, right?
It's not. No, it's our turn to speak up and say it's a fucking lie, and actually have people hear us.
There go Canal.
Starting to be a big old.
Oh shit! There you go. Get him up. There you go.
Well, that's what he looked like now, fellas. That's what he looked like now. Previously, before he dropped his weight. You about to do it. This is what he was like. So he dropped some weight. Now he more power. He had his cape on.
Hey, let me tell you this, man. Even my wife was like, God damn. It's like, okay, going out, people looking and shit like, yo, you play ball? Like, nah, man. And now I'm growing the beard too. So they were like, all right, I see you. Like, you damn right.
Nobody's supposed to really be shaving. Anybody shave is really breaking the rules. You're not supposed to shave in November.
Why?
It's no shave month.
Yeah, it's like no shave November.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I never heard of that.
It's a man's tradition for a long time, man. When winter comes around, the first month,
and it's
right around
it's
winter,
also
you're not supposed to shave. Yeah,
you're not supposed to have sex or beat it off or something like that.
I don't know about all that now. You really stretching that.
No,
pause, no homo. But I'm just saying, you really stretching that one. I know about the beard thing. I didn't know about none of that abstinence bullshit. You out your mind on that.
No Nut November is a challenge where participants abstain from masturbation for the entire month. It's No Nut November.
Bullshit.
It's also similar to No Shave November.
No, we can stay with the tradition of no shave. That no nut thing is something new and sounds highly fucking sketchy.
Well, my reasoning. My reason to grow my beard out is because I'm going through that transition. So I say, you know what, I want to do a completely different look. So I keep the beard trim, but it's just like I'm going to keep the beard look for a while.
You've seen me with the whole Grizzly Adams thing.
I can't grow that, man. Honestly, I don't like mustache. Like I don't like that stuff on my top lip. So I always have to trim it down, man. I always feel like
keep it trim. Trim it up.
Brother D Ward, I do understand, man. This has been my long problem.
Yeah.
He says, okay, so being a stepfather to a girl is risky. Never thought about it that way. Yes, it is.
It is very risky.
And it's just because
it's
just
all
trust factors you don't know. And it scares me. It just scares me because I'm gonna have a daughter. And I was thinking about this, like, when my daughter's young, the quick thing to do, they under 2, under 3, where they don't know anything, you jumping in the shower with them. That's just how it goes. Not even a thing. As they get older, y'all in the same house. If my daughter was like, say a preteen or even a teen, I seen it, where she just walking through the house in the panties and shirt, it wouldn't even be a thought. You'd just be like, move out the way. What are you doing? Go get dressed. Because you don't think like that. If I was in the house with a girl that I did not know or didn't raise, I would always have to be like, hey, we really have to be cautious because I just don't want the accusation. Because sometimes just the accusation or just the putting the seed of doubt in someone can be it. Hey, he walked in the shower on me. I didn't know. I just don't want that seed of doubt, and that's where it gets scary at. And you have to make sure that
It's funny you brought that up. There's a new show on Paramount Plus. It's called Landman. It's about the oil land ownerships and the guys that manage all the people all the way up to the main owners of the oil. And the landman handles everything. Well, his daughter flew into town on a private plane with their boyfriend and everything, and he had to stay in the house where he's got roommates. Big ass house, but he had roommates. The daughter's running around in panties and a damn bra down there. You got guys that are rigmen, or they call them roughnecks. There, a lawyer in the house, and she ran around bra and panties like no big deal. That's uncomfortable as shit.
Yep.
But they do
because, and I don't know. I always wonder how a woman feels, because like, if I had like a stepson, it when you don't even be like, and you wouldn't even have the thought. It wouldn't even be a thing. And I always wonder how a female felt with a stepson, because we don't even look at them in that way. We wouldn't even accuse, the woman. Oh, you walked in the bathroom on him. Oh, and it wouldn't even be a thing. But for men, we always have that,
that little hesitation.
And I think that has to go back to how women have used that as a weapon, man. I just showed 2 women where they have used that as a weapon for the men, and there's no recovery from it.
And let me tell you this, the daughters have used that against stepfathers. If you don't do this or you don't give me this, I'm going to tell my mama you did this to me, or you tried to jump on me. So then daughters start using it as leverage to control their stepfathers or even their fathers at that point.
And I hate that just the same way I hate that black people throw around the word racism so much. You throw it around so much that when you say something really was racist, nobody believes you, because it's like, was that really racist?
It's like the sky is falling situation.
So I hate when women do this, because when something real happens, you start to doubt it. And you say, man, was that true? Was the story true? Like, we criticize and we going through picking this out.
We're looking at this woman right here, right now.
Got home.
And on first sight, you would think, oh, she's got to be tormented.
Yes.
But now the truth is starting to come out, and this woman is nowhere close to being the person you think by looking at her is true and accurate. What they call it, pretty privilege back in the day, and still now to this day.
Because what they would always say is, why would a mother lie? Why would she, that was the thing. Why would a mother lie about that? You think it's unthinkable, but we just showed that, yeah, that's possible. A mother would lie. But we always say, well, why? You got to believe her. Believe all women. You got to believe all women.
You hear a whole bunch of guys talking. Now we're going to put some women on. You heard Dana Dane and her skepticism, even though she still is putting it on the father that he possibly did something wrong without confirmation. Now you got a woman that actually went and dug in because she started seeing the remnants of a GoFundMe and this, that, and the other thing. So she's like, something's not right. So let's go ahead and play some of what she's saying and hear from a woman's.
No, I think this is the niece, actually. This is the niece.
No, this is a woman YouTuber that's breaking everything down.
And this
She's gonna have the niece on though.
Update to the original video that I did about.
And just tell me if you need me to fast forward, because this is like an hour long.
Branded herself on.
Yeah, you can fast forward it a little bit, and I can click on it.
All right, so we go there. Do you want to get to where she's doing this, or how far?
Yeah, let's go ahead and break that down. You can see the husband now. This is the husband.
All right, so let's get to that brother. He's about 9.
One of the downsides of a man fully providing for you, if they have control, they're going to utilize.
What did she call him?
Man.
No, she said no. She ain't calling no man.
Did she say man boy?
I think that's what she said.
I thought she said man boy, but I kind of ignored it.
They have control, they're going to utilize it.
Hold up. Let's go
a little
back.
bit further back. Yeah.
With my own trauma, I watch my kids like a hawk.
One of the downsides of a man fully providing for you, if
Man
they
boy.
have
A
control,
man
they're going to
fully- a
utilize
man
it.
fully
So that's something to be
providing.
aware of. If you don't want any of that, then marrying hypergamously is just not going to be for you, because they will
Mama, come see.
want to keep an eye on things and make sure that, you know, you're not out entertaining some Dusty on his dime. You know,
as if that's not an issue.
They're gonna monitor.
Like, a man not
All men
supposed to
would be
do
like,
that.
I mean, he flipping the entire. Hold up. He flipping the entire bill. He paying for your kids. You not doing nothing. You a trophy wife. Yes, I'm making sure that my investment. I'm making sure that nobody is ruining my investment.
Right.
The hell she think this is?
I'm sorry. Are we thinking wrong?
I don't know.
this if they could be, but Dusty's, you know, they can't. Mommy's talking, baby.
Yeah, mommy
Can I
talking.
see on the iPad in a minute?
Yeah, I ain't got time for you
All
right now.
thank
I'm
you.
online.
So yeah.
Again, ignoring her daughter.
And you call this woman beautiful?
It's just kind of-
I'm sorry, she's not.
No, she's ugly to me, but I'm just
No,
saying.
no,
most
but
people
even
would
just,
look at
I'm
her.
like looking, nah.
Makeup, brother. Makeup does wonders.
It's just like.
Now I will say,
Go ahead.
all right, I'll say this. So, you know, she's not ugly. Like it's
No.
just coming out. You know, she has a pretty. She's not but ugly, but compared to the photo on the left, that's not her.
Yeah,
that's a different person.
That's a impersonator.
Mm-hmm. Her representative
of the makeup.
part of the life. No, they're not. If you think that they're just going to be like, yeah, spend however much money, however, and go wherever you want. I'm not even going to be worried about it. They're not like that.
Bro, listen, she's sitting here in this beautiful home, driving German cars, all kind of rings and all the things she would need. All she has to do is take care of her kids that she already had and maybe one that they had together. And she's sitting there fucking complaining. 4 kids in the house, all provided for. She's got the best of everything, and she's still not fucking satisfied.
Yeah, D Ward, I'm with you, man. You're gonna have to really school your son. And you're right. I thought it would never
I got 4 of
happen.
them already that won't pick
And
these
she-
chicks. Here we go.
I downloaded it. Before I went live, I made sure I
She started changing shit. So
under
she started
video
noticing.
tab, this is
Hold on. She was noticing as this lady was live, she was noticing ISIS deleting her shit, knowing that this lady was live, get ready to tear all her stuff out and bring all the evidence up that she was gonna bring up. She couldn't bring up half of it because the shit started disappearing. There was a live that ISIS was on that she was actually recording. When she ended the live, she deleted the live immediately because she knew this girl was about to go through it. And she was smart enough to keep it recording. So she's going to start calling some of the things out this girl was doing that was kind of like, if this really happened to you, why are you hiding?
the only video. And under, wait a minute. Wait, she took the lives down. Literally just took the lives down. But you know what, girl? You ain't dealing with no rookie. You ain't dealing with no rookie just that fast. Within 15 minutes of me going live, she had just went live. She had just went live and she clapped back at the niece. And it was under the live tab. Now she took down both it was 2 videos that was under the live tab. There's no live tab anymore, meaning that she took down
Yeah, she
both of those videos.
took everything down.
Took everything
what?
down. If you go
Before
on
I
her
went
page right
live,
now.
I
Yeah,
said
I'm there
something
now. She
about
took
this
everything
made
down.
me feel like she gonna delete this video. Something about this made me think she gonna delete this video. And guess what
No,
I
it's
did?
got too many views. She's not going to
Downloaded it.
Mhm.
I downloaded it. Before
Man, she
I
look
went live,
different.
I
Man,
made
she
sure I downloaded the video.
That's smart.
Girl, you ain't dealing with no rookie. Girl, you ain't dealing with no rookie, girl. Before I went live, I said, you know what? Before I go live, let me download this video just in case she deleted. And true enough, True enough. True enough. I'm over here. We ain't even made it to that part of the video yet.
Her website sucks. She has a website.
We have not even
She
made
took
it
all
to
her
that
shit
part of
down.
the
She took
No,
them
no.
off her TikTok. She
okay.
disconnected a lot of stuff. Believe me.
Her website
Yeah.
sucks, man. I'm looking at it right now. I'm
What is
like,
she
She started
selling on the
tearing up her
website?
stuff.
ebooks, consultation,
Mhm.
dating
She was
tips.
trying to turn into a Shira 7. She was literally giving advice like Shira 7 on how to become a trophy wife, how to find a good man. She was running all the scenarios as if she was the dating guru for
Wow.
women that
And
wanted
you know
rich
what?
husbands.
I pity the women that pay for this shit. I
You
really
got to pity the men that pay for dating coaches as well.
Yeah, but I just feel like, you know what? Yeah, any dudes that paying for dating coaches or how to become a gold digger or a trophy wife, I hope you don't find nobody. It just live a miserable, lonely life. You just fucking pathetic. It's just like whatever.
Oh man,
like seriously, man. It's like certain things you can. I mean, you just have to apply yourself, man. And I don't know, man. Let me be nice. I want to be a good guy.
No. We told you about that cape shit, man. Put that shit up and speak your mind.
I
You're
mean,
trying to be so PC, bro. Sometimes you gotta.
No, my thing is like even with the dating coaches, like even dudes paying for this shit. I'm like, bro, take your ass to the gym. You know, put yourself in an uncomfortable environment and just start applying certain things, man. Look, a guy like Phyllis can't teach a guy that doesn't have the look how to attract women. Dude, you got to work on yourself. You got to like, hey, okay, what can I do to become a better version and put myself out there? Sometimes you got to take chances.
But I'm gonna clap back on that. I think you can, in this sense. I think you can make somebody, you can put them in those situations, and you can keep putting them in those situations, because a lot of guys where they fail at is they just can't even go to the situation. They don't know how to talk. And so you have to almost force them people. There was, and I say that because there was a guy I used to help work out. He just couldn't talk to girls. And I used to have to be like, all right, man, just watch. These girls in treadmill, you're gonna see. Easy conversation. I'm not trying to get nothing from them. You just got to be able to do it. And when he hears it, he's like, man, that sounded so easy. Now he's not gonna have the skill level that I'm gonna have, but when he's not able to see it, he'll never be able to do it. So sometimes you need to push them, because them guys just will never talk to nobody, man. They scared of rejection. And you almost have to show them that, well, I can be rejected too. It's nothing. It's just like sales, you know.
You got to get so many no's so you get that yes.
Correct. So I think, I wouldn't say a coach, but somebody, you need a mentor. You need somebody to put you in an uncomfortable situation so that you can prepare for it. Some guys will never do that, man. They can't go beyond swiping right on Tinder.
And you know what? And thank God I was raised in the 80s, dated during the 90s and early 2000s.
Yep.
I remember the days where I had to keep a pen in my pocket just in case.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Y'all don't know how that worked, man. You know, when you went to the mall,
was a game. Yes.
When you went to the mall, you used to have a pen. You used to have a pen. You go to the mall. That was like one of your things. Like you say, you got your cell phone, you got your pen.
Right.
You got to write that number down. Pen and paper.
Pen and paper, man.
And then at the end of the day, when you leave the mall,
y'all counted up.
Who got the most numbers?
Who got the most numbers? That was a game.
Shit.
So you had to go talk to chicks, man.
Shit, I remember writing a number in my hand, the palm of my hand, and not washing my hands until I get home.
But the whole thing is, if you did it in your hand and you talked to too many chicks, they started seeing all the numbers in your hand, and they were like, "What's all this? Why you got these other numbers?"
I think the hand was always reserved for that best one. Yeah, that special one. That was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm not, and you make sure you don't, you keep your hand like
wash
this.
Your hand be all out there. You don't want to touch nothing wet.
You don't touch
have
nothing
the
wet.
number bleed because the pens used to bleed the ink sometimes too. Bro.
Yeah.
But you used to have to go up there, man. And that's the skill. And when I say skill, I think that's when people say you got a swag, you got a skill. That's a skill that they
Social
just
skill.
don't
It's
know.
just a social skill that
Exactly.
we developed over the years because we knew we had to go out and talk to people, not stay online, not play video games. You had to go outside.
Yep.
Your parents didn't let you stay in the house.
Dude, I can share one story with you guys. 9th grade, there was a girl that I had a crush on named Tiffany Wesley.
Mm.
Man,
She sound white already.
Nah, she's black.
Oh,
She's
really?
a
Okay.
black bougie chick, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, with
And
the Wesley and
I remember my and you know what? You're right, Fearless, because one of my boys, rest in peace, he made me go talk to her. He said, dude, if you don't go talk to her, I'm gonna tell everybody you're a virgin. So I walked towards her. I was nervous. I went up to her. I said hi, and I got stuck. And she looked at me and like, get away from me. And I just turned around and walked back. 4 years later, senior year, your boy, wait, hold up. Senior year, your boy grew like 5 inches taller. Because I was short in 9th grade. I just grew. I'm in the wrestling team, so I got some size. I'm wrestling 189, so I'm playing ball. Dude, I find out she has a crush on me. So I went up to her like, hey, what's up? Oh, nothing. I don't know if you remember me. I was like, I remember you. Shit, and that's it. Just like that. It's amazing how like you work on yourself, as you figure things out, man. You'd be amazed how things just turn around for you, man. And that's why I always tell guys like, listen, man, fuck these women, man. Go ahead and work on you. Go to the gym. Go pick a hobby. Find something that's gonna make yourself interesting. Then go out there and show it. Once they see it, man, they're gonna come to you.
Oh yeah.
It's a different age, man.
But you know what? It's a different time. And you're right, Roland and Fearless. I don't think I could be single now. This because my personality, I'm not one of these phone type of guys. So it's just like I don't think I could do well in today's dating scene. And I'm finally admitted. I don't think I would have had the much success that I had back in the 2000s. Then right now, I don't think I'll probably do anything right now.
When now what you would have to do, your whole strategy would be different. You have to have your IG game entirely different. All of that. You be.
But see, you would be Geek Master Central at this point. They would be coming to chase after you because you showed so much potential in your geekness and your nerdiness that
but the thing is,
they're gonna want to try to run their fingers up your nose and lead you around like by your nose and shit.
Well, the thing is, like my upbringing, raising the hood, being a street kid and becoming a nerd kid, that was a transition. So I could, sit in the room with a bunch of smart people, but then again, I could still be in the hood and handle my own.
Right.
But I think today, I don't think I'd be able to maneuver, especially with technology, and you got to have all these social presence. I don't even like being online like that all the time. So if my personality is more of an introvert, I probably wouldn't do well doing social media.
And the problem with social media is you have to pick your lane. And what I mean by pick your lane is I used to talk to girls and I could code switch based on what she said. Do I come at her hard? Yo, what's up? Or is it, hey, how you doing today? You come at them a little gentle. Once they see you online, you have to pick whatever lane you going in, and that's where you got to stay. So if they see you, they judging you off.
Yeah, the dead giveaway now is if the online presence isn't where it needs to be, they're just gonna discount you right off the bat.
Yep.
But then a lot of women I don't want a guy that's all over the internet. I'd rather have a guy that's low key about his.
But you gotta have if you tell a girl that you met today, I'm not on social media. It's suspicious. You hiding something.
Yeah.
You hiding something.
At first it is, but once they get to know you and actually believe and see that you don't, then
they're not gonna get to know you.
Well, here's the thing: nobody gets access to you, so now you're exclusive. Because
that sounds good, but they're not gonna get to know you.
They're not.
They don't remember. Here's the thing, man. They don't change numbers no more. Ron, you thinking they exchange numbers?
They ask for your handle.
Right.
Yeah. What's your IG?
Yeah.
Ain't no number.
Handle.
And if you go on, and here's how, not only that, if you have a whole bunch of posts and you don't have that many followers, that's an issue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You ain't got your blue button, this, that, and the other. You ain't got a high following, and then you're not popular.
Or I mean, I've seen people when they go in and they be like, "Oh yeah, this is a scam account." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Because I guess all the posts are like, within a few days.
A few days of each other. Yeah, they drop on like 10, 15 pictures, and it's like from 3 days, and that's it. And they're getting like thousands of followers of these numbnuts that just follow anything. I challenged a lot of guys during some of these panels, like, look, man, if you guys don't know these chicks personally, why are you giving them access to you? 1, 2, why are you growing their fan page so that they can get monetization off of you and possibly get sponsored off of you, and you don't know these chicks and they haven't breathed a word to you? Why are you following these random ass chicks?
Because that's what they do nowadays, man. If you go to a Tinder, a Bumble, a Hinge, or something like that, what they'll do is they'll say, "Hey, I'm this, I'm this. I'm not really on here a lot. Follow me, if you want to get in touch with me, go to my Snapchat or my IG.
Or go to my super link page where it takes them right to the OnlyFans and all the other stuff too." So by the way, we got our first super chat of the day from my boy Just John. He says, "You got rappers DMing 100 women at the same time."
They playing the numbers game, man.
Yeah.
Them rappers are playing.
And I'm sure out of that 100 people they're DMing, most likely they're getting a 50% to 75% response rate. Some people,
and some of them know
who he is. Yeah.
Some of them know because here's what I found with some chicks. Some chicks just want to be able to have the power to say they told
Yeah.
Yep.
Where they'll be like, "Oh yeah, Drake, he was in my inbox."
Yeah, and I told that
Drake might be in 100,000 people inbox,
but the whole thing is, guess what? It could have been an internet troll using Drake's page, and it's a fake page in the first place, and they're sitting there trying to get this chick's attention. A lot of dudes do that. A lot of chicks do that. How many times you get emails or DMs of chicks, like you said, that barely has 10 to 15 pictures on their page, and they don't have anybody they're following, but they have anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 dudes that are following them because they're idiots. They're just thirst trapping these guys into following them to hit that hyperlink to try to get them on an OnlyFans page or something like that. These guys still haven't figured that shit out.
Hey,
I figured that shit out quickly.
Hey, can I share something with you guys?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you something real quick. During my early stages of traveling and dating, like 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago, when I was using Tinder, this profile used to give me a lot of ass. And the reason why is that because they like the fact that I was showing different locations, different parts of me and locations and personality of me. And like I always tell guys, man, if you're gonna do the online dating thing, make sure you put some quality pictures up of yourself. Show different side of you. Don't just show you just standing in front of something. Like just show like you've been around, you've been to places and everything else. And I tell you this profile, almost every country I went to, bro, I used to have things lined up. And of course, the description will be like world travel and everything else. But that's the furthest I probably go, man. Because really, my personality, I'm more of an introvert, but I know when to turn on my extrovert side.
Well, you're in the sales, you know how to turn it on.
Yeah, but I think if I had to pick one, I'm more of an introvert than an extrovert.
Oh, I definitely am. But thank you, Just John, for the $2 super chat and bringing that up. And it's very true. A lot of rappers are out there playing the numbers, and they know these girls are falling on over them. And if they have the pick of the litter, if they want to fly somebody out, they can fly that chick out. But then all of a sudden, she's ruined for every other man because now she thinks that's the motherfucking standard. And this is where the women start to get delusioned.
But
we're on a different topic, and we're gonna go down this road.
We straight with it. I was gonna bring it right back. So do you think now is just be an asshole and make money? Is that how you get women now?
Yeah.
Yes.
To be honest, yes.
I agree.
I think the days of just being a good, genuine person that has potential, that has inspiration to do better, is no longer what drives or interests women. They want to see the finished product.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, at 21 years old, and you don't have that Bentley truck or have your own apartment, you ain't getting no ass, man. I mean, unless you run a game, and not everybody has game to run.
So it's easy. And so that's why I said we talked about it when it was Mike Tyson boxing versus what's the name? Logan. You know, Logan made all that money on the internet. It's like how I can sell myself. So if you're a guy that can be a young dude that really don't have anything, you can just put up some crazy videos or do something stupid and make money on social media. Shit, you can have whoever you want. You don't have to have the game part, the character part, the being nice part doesn't mean anything for your end result. If your end result is to smash, that's it. Because a girl now is proud to say, oh yeah, he flew me out, took me to dinner. She'll say all of that. You know, her whole thing is he flew me out, he took me to dinner, I got the bag. The guy is saying, I smashed. So it becomes the same. Where he like, yeah, I spent some money, but I smashed.
And I'm gonna tell you this: if a girl says she been flown out, she got smashed.
Yeah.
Everybody that knows a IG chick went to Dubai, they know they got shit on. Stop fucking lying.
No, shit on and getting banged on.
Yeah. Or fuck the goddamn animal at this point. Pause. Jesus,
We said that, guys. Y'all remember this? Hold up.
I like to fucking travel, nigga. Fly me the fuck out. Are you dumb? So if they fly you out, you fucking? Duh, that's what you come there for.
Bitch, I'm getting fucked. And I'm sucking some dick. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. That's a date.
I cannot stand bitches who be fronting, talking about, oh, if he flying me out, I'm not fucking. Bitch, stop fronting.
Exactly. Stop fronting. They're already doing it. And this is what the sad thing is. Girls will show all of these things, car, yacht, all of this, and call and say something bad about you, like you broke. But here's the thing: she didn't buy any of that.
None of that shit was theirs. Yes,
none of
it.
She bought none of it.
Just John is jumping in the mix with the $5 super chat. He said there are 3 ways of getting women, in my opinion. 1, be a college athlete. 2, flash status and money. And 3, become a street thug gunslinger. Garrett. I don't know what the Garrett means.
Well, let's go with the first one. You can't just be a regular college athlete. You got to go to a D1 school and have the potential to be going pro. That's what they're going to get to. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the only way your college athlete going to get you somewhere. You got to have that potential.
And by the way, Just John is 6'4", so he's above. He's in the 8th percentile, being 6'4" as a Mexican guy. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't no short guy. So, but go ahead.
Flash that status of money. Yes. Yeah. But here's the thing I think is even not flashing it, to let someone discover it. Meaning when a woman, when you don't put it out there and say, I have this, and a woman discovers you have it, oh, that's even better. And what I mean by discover it is they see you get into that car. They see you at that restaurant. Because guys will go to a specific restaurant. Women will go to that same restaurant. The difference is you go in there to eat a meal. They're going to sit at the bar, buy themselves, order that one $10, $15 cocktail, and they wait.
They got to buy the rest of the night.
And they might not have to buy that one if they drink it slow enough. If they drink that drink slow enough, they're not going to buy that because all they looking for is
another dude's going to walk up and pick up the tab for her.
Yep.
That's all she has to do is dress in the right kind of dress, put a little sundress on during the summer, sit in a nice little cocktail bar outside with the breeze going. Somebody's
thug dude, he's just gonna be the dude who's gonna hit it. And he will be able to hit it because here's the sad part, guys. I'm gonna tell you this.
But that drug dude's gonna die real quick. He ain't gonna live through his 30s.
No, not necessarily that, but he gonna have all the fun. Oh, he's gonna have
a lot of fun in his short lifespan, but eventually, yeah.
Even if he got out of it, because here's what I hear girls saying.
How many guys you hear get out of it though? Let's not be delusional in this fact.
They get out because they may have had that fast life, but they may have went to prison. They may have just, couldn't do it anymore. But during that time, they get
prison. What are the odds? You get what I'm saying? The odds start to go lower and lower and lower.
But during that time, brother, they getting things you can never get.
All kind of shit. Yeah, you're right.
Because there's girls out there who say, "Oh, yeah, I had a threesome with him because I didn't like him. He was a thug." I had a threesome. I did that group thing. I did all this crazy shit with these thug dudes.
Hence the girl we're talking about. She was with thugs.
The boys from school.
This chick right here, Miss Innocent, dealt with thugs. Pookies.
So it's that is true what you're saying, Just John. So my question to you is, brother, are you going to stay a guy with great character, or are you just going to cash up?
No, I think he's going to stay with great character, man. Come on. His first trip, he goes and hits up Europe. Bruh, you going all in, going to Europe first. You know what I'm saying? 5 countries in Europe. He trying to do it right. He ain't even trying to be cheap about it either. He didn't go to
hard out there
because easy countries, and he speaks Spanish. Obviously, he's Mexican, Spanish, so that wasn't even an issue. He went to Portugal. He went to
these
Spain.
countries are becoming Americanized, man. You know they do it. I mean, I can tell you in DR, girls was trying to get me to buy a phone that I didn't even have. Like, what the hell? I need this new. I need that new iPhone. Chick, I don't have a new iPhone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and to put it my phone, but every 3 to 4 years now. Yeah. Shit, I hate changing my phones out.
And to put it into comparison, just imagine this: if the iPhone, say at that time, was $600, and their rent was $100, so the phone they get was 6 times what their rent is. So that's like me saying my rent is $1,000, and I'm gonna buy a phone for $6,000. That would make no common sense at all. I couldn't even justify it, but they gonna justify it.
Hey, shout out to Rolando G. He has a comment. No problem with being late, brother. We understand. He goes, I'm not going to front. I'm a nerd. Nerds never had a chance over a Pookie. I'm going to have to push back on that, sir, because nerds even have nerdy girls, and some nerdy girls just love the nerds too. So in our own little circle, we have our own little world, and there were some cute little nerdy girls in there too.
But you're not getting that bad. I mean, I have seen some nerdy girls that's freaking wild, and once they get in there. But normally, it just
you gotta get them out of their little shell. But once you crack that shell, then she might buck wild and just leave you after the fact. But you're gonna have a little fun breaking her in. So I'm just saying, I've had some fun with some nerdy girls. So. It's true that most girls are going to be attracted to the Pookies and the athletes, but there are girls in school that are higher educated. They're nerdy themselves, and they're looking at the nerdy guy because they know that nerdy guy is going to be the one making money too. They're not dumb. They're not even done in high school. They know that nerd dude is the one they need to attach themselves with. That's why you see a lot of white girls. They go to college for what? To get married, not necessarily for that degree. They going and leaving out with actual rings on their finger, while black girls are told to do what? Be strong and independent, girl. Don't you get married. Don't you do none of that. You still need to have your own, hot girl summers and all that stuff first. Get your degree. Get your career established. No white girls, Asian girls, everybody else, they walking out with rings because those the best choices are the guys that are in college right now.
But let's be honest. The athlete ain't dating no nerd, man. The nerd chicks are really the ones that's getting past by.
No, the nerd might be doing the homework, but no, he ain't dating her for nothing but a hitter. And if he's desperate, he's got the cheerleader. He's got the cream of the crop. You athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right on this one, brother. Them chicks, you buy that cell phone. Buy a phone one time. Asked me to buy her son a cell phone. That is crazy. That is crazy. But let's get back to this topic real quick so we can continue on. So what we established is these women. So just the guys and whoever came in late, we're talking about women choosing the cash over the character, and how a woman, if you gave her the choice between being a mistress of a king or the wife of a faithful peasant, she will always become the mistress of a king because she wants that money. We're talking about this lady here who is saying, hey, I am a trophy wife and I married this dude in a day. And now she's made an accusation.
I told him that.
This lady right here, go ahead and talk about it.
Yep. She's made an accusation that she didn't vet her man. And she made an accusation that her husband touched her daughter, and she cares a lot about her daughter. But we played some videos where the daughter's crying in the background. She doesn't care. She's gonna put her makeup on. So we're kind of we just don't know about this story yet. Right now, it's not passing the smell test.
Right.
She's got these alligator fake tears. It's not falling. She has a GoFundMe page. She got $8,000 in that. She making a video here, like, yeah, and she wants to put it out on the world. So we going back. We want to find out. So
hold on.
Let's bring this.
I'm gonna show them the GoFundMe page before we finish. So right now the GoFundMe page is at $8,408. And one lady dropped in $4,000 right off the top.
Woo.
That's an
Man.
insane kind of
And
money.
let me say this, guys. We all on here. If that woman can drop in $4,000 on a fake, hold up. If that woman can drop in a $4,000 on a fake accusation, y'all can throw us some money in the Cash App. Y'all can give me $1.99. Y'all can give Black Man Travels a $1.99. If you can't give us $1.99, then please go to all of our channels and press the like button and put a heart in the comments so we know that you're not a bot. See,
absolutely.
Now these women supporting these women with a $4,000 drop. And you can't give me a handshake. You can't give me the high five. Oh, Brandon done heard what we said. Oh shit, Brandon in the house.
Hey.
Brandon is in the house. He competing with that. We appreciate it, Brandon. Go ahead with that, Ronan.
Oh, that's I don't know who that is, but this thing is in the way. Hold on, let me take her down. One positives of social media is that it allows younger men to see how men and women interact in all cultures. It at least allows them to know and understand that there are greener pastures. Yeah, I don't know. It is if you can get there, because a lot of people can't even get passports.
Yes,
so you can wish upon a star. You can date. A lot of these Western Union poppy dudes are doing it right now. They're sending money over to the Dominican Republic and all these other countries, Asia, and they'll never hop on a fucking plane.
Exactly. And that's why someone like Austin Hollerman, J. Rillo, and Floyd are able to get so much money because, that young guy has seen that there are greener pastures, but he's living vicariously through those guys because he's afraid to go over there himself.
He's that introvert. He's that incel that's sitting in the basement and would rather have somebody else do it than him.
I talked about this yesterday on my live stream. How people just sit on the sideline and watch other people live their best lives when they just need to stop doing that and just do them. Just do it. Just go. You only have one life to live, man. And it's just like people don't understand when it's like you may not be in a position to do this ever again.
Correct.
Yeah. What's stopping you?
Facts.
And that's crazy. That's the crazy part that I know we want to say there's green grass, the pastures are greener, but it's still.
Fund me and go.
I'm trying to pause it. Hold on. Sorry.
It's still just a select group of men. Yep. You know, is he the either the ones who got some money to go out there or the ones who got the balls to go out there.
I mean, let's just keep it a buck. I mean, definitely is going to take away from this topic, but I want to get back to the conversation. But guys, not everyone is winning overseas, bro. Like, you guys listening, not every guy that has a passport is actually winning overseas. A lot of these guys are dealing with the lowest of the lows.
Facts.
And it's like, stop believing everything you see. These little 10-minute videos you see on YouTube is not real. A lot of these guys are not living it. A lot of these guys are actually living more depressing lives overseas. So, hey, just take it as a grain of salt, man.
True.
And here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you something. If Brandon, if you want to send me some money to go trick off on a hoe, I'll go. Yeah. If you pay me $150 and you say, "Hey, I want to see you go get a girl,"
it's a lie. That's a cap right now. Because
what I'm saying, just in
I
general,
have my sister come in there and take you out right now because Neil's in there, get ready to give birth on December the 4th. Man, you ain't going nowhere tricking. But Brandon, guess what? I am single.
But if you paid you to say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna pay you," Ronan, we're gonna send you this $250. Now let's go beyond that. We're not gonna send you just $150. We're gonna pay for your plane trip. We're gonna pay for you to go somewhere.
That's insanity, bro.
And you to trick off.
Do that as a man. I can't do that. I can't even do that as a man. No way.
But I'm saying, what do you have to lose? It don't matter if you get embarrassed. It don't matter if you have game. You doing it for the audience. So those guys are
not for somebody's fucking entertainment. I'm not a plaything, bro. So
hey,
I'm with.
Hey, wait. If you guys sending people money, listen, y'all need to start sending me goddamn money because I'm the only one that's showing real receipts. Like, fuck what y'all heard, man. I'm the only one that's producing some real top content right here.
Oh, here we go with the Cali video, bro.
So, hey, listen, no. I'm one of the real dudes in this travel space that produce real shit. And Roland has traveled with me. Roland, we killed it in Cuba, of all places.
No, Roland didn't. I did.
I mean, yeah,
Roland.
sorry, Fearless. So I mean, honestly, if y'all gonna pay anybody in this damn travel space, y'all need to send me some money.
I need some reimbursement resources.
I mean, this is real time receipts, man. Dude. I'm just saying, man. Y'all sending money to people they ain't showing y'all shit.
Because so that is a true thing, and we're not gonna get too far off the subject, but the true thing is cash over character. Because somebody like the Jay Rillo and the Floyd are definitely showing cash way over the character. And that's why y'all seeing these results. And it's sad that that's what we've gotten to. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead and press play.
All right. So again, the breakdown is this is a YouTuber. Now she's irritated at this lady's lies and she can feel that there's deceit going on. And so women are now going after this woman and breaking down what's going on with her social media. She's basically deleted. She has over 63,000 freaking subscribers, but only one posted video. Her live button is now disappeared after she was live, not moments before this woman started to start her live. So as you can see, this woman has something to hide. So she's going to start breaking this down.
I just noticed, like, girl, what? Let me refresh this again, girl. No, she did. She done took the live off. Anyway. So, she done scrubbed her community tab, too. Child, she done scrubbed everything. That I just went to her community tab, and there was posts all down her community tab. She just scrubbed her community tab, which I ain't gonna hold you. I think is good because you're going viral and all down her community tab. I wasn't going to go all through her community tab because it had tons and tons of pictures of her kids on there. And I'm not, I'm not going to expose her children at all. Right. But Isis, I think that is good that you took all of those posts of your children down because you took away their privacy. So anyways, so let's get to the GoFundMe. So 2 days ago,
we got to that. Do we want to get to that, or we want to get to the niece?
We can go ahead and skip to the cousin. Go ahead.
Let's see. Where's the niece at?
Rebuild.
The niece, yeah.
And you're just filling your eyebrows in and putting some concealer over those extra hairs and thinking nobody can see.
That's what you're doing, chick. Let's see. A neutral. Let's see. A car. Oh shit. Car stolen for her. Let's see what she talking about.
In the blink of an eye, and I'll look back and they'll be like in their 20s. You guys can probably hear my 1-year-old down there playing with her dad. She has such a high-pitched voice that carries everywhere.
Ladies, keep up with your eyebrows, okay? Like, I know some of y'all are not keeping up with plucking your eyebrows, and you're just filling your eyebrows in and putting some concealer over those extra hairs and thinking nobody can see. Honey, minus 10 points. We can see it. It's not, the concealer is not taking the hairs away. We see the concealer on top of the hairs. Girl, keep up with it, okay? So
my first ring was 10 grand, so it wasn't a super expensive ring. And the ring I have now is 20 grand. But
wait, her first ring was how much?
10,000. That wasn't expensive. She went for the $20,000 one. Upgrade.
See, that's when that's when you worried about what's on more on your finger than what's in your head.
Hello.
I make money and I ain't buying no $10,000 ring. Shit. We're gonna invest that money.
That's what I'm talking about.
The hell we gonna do that for? Yeah.
$10,000 ring.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Because she wants to see. That's about somebody who wants the outside to know what we doing.
Right.
But go ahead.
And nobody's gonna know how much you spent on the ring in the first place, because unless you sit there and say, "Girl, he didn't spend $12,000. He's just gonna." You just flipping the ring around for who?
I would be just like what's his name? Ojo Cinco. He said he got all his jewelry from Claire's. He's like, those rings you seen,
Yeah.
they was $5 diamond rings.
There's a cousin right there.
All right, let's
So
get
we're
to
gonna
the
skip right to that, and we'll start right there.
Have questions about ISIS. At the end of the day, I'm also I'm a devil's advocate type of person. I'm a very objective person. So even though my eye is raised on ISIS, don't mean that you could just feed me anything and I'm just gonna go with what you say because you say what you saying. Because what you saying make your uncle to me seem suspect still. So what the niece basically said, and I'm gonna play what the niece said as well, but this is alleged. All of these claims are alleged. The claim from ISIS against her husband is alleged.
Let's
and the
just jump
claim
a little bit. Come on,
She
just a
comes
little
to tell a
bit.
totally different story. She too, when she was younger, was abused as well, and now she's defending. And I'm not saying she didn't say by who, but now she's defending the uncle. I mean, now she's saying it's the son, the new trophy wife's son that this.
All right, and this is from Eternal Sunshine 77 on TikTok.
Now, how do you know? How do you have proof of who did what to be so confident that your uncle did not?
The trophy wife's husband. And my name is Dee, and I am the niece of the trophy wife's husband. Now, I know you know who the trophy wife is because she's been going up and down my timeline for the last couple of days. Her name is Isis, or Paloma, which is her real name.
Damn.
This lady is completely insane. Let's just start from there. Background story. Her and my uncle got together really quick. From what I've been seeing and what I've been told, she thought that she was getting a come up with my uncle. But then when things didn't go her way and she pretty much seen that she could no longer hide the things that she was doing behind closed doors, she ended up trying to find a different route, which was to come on here and lie to you all and tell you that her daughter had been touched by her dad, which that is not the case. Her daughter had been touched by her son, and she didn't want anybody to know because she wanted to try to make it seem like my uncle was the bad guy because she wasn't getting what she wanted in the divorce.
Divorce. Hold on. Paul. In the divorce. Go ahead. We got a cash app again from Brandon Hayes going out to Black Man Travel. Can I take that down so I can see it? Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. This for Black Man Travel. Brandon Hayes says, I'm just comparing how it used to be versus how it is now in terms of visuals and information. Most men used to live in a bubble, and in some ways still do. Now dudes are executing how they could and should be. Hell
no.
But I'm not gonna lie. I liked when it was in a bubble. I liked the fact that I could go to DR and the only way I knew about DR is somebody's stories.
Yeah.
You know, somebody had to paint that picture for me. Bruh, when you go there, man, there's like a dime factory.
It was like a secret society back then. If
Yeah.
you weren't in the military, or if you weren't somebody that was an immigrant that goes back home and travels to these countries, you would have never known about them.
Yep. It's like the club you go to. We had this secret handshake. Like, you get on the plane coming back, you looking at the dude, he looking at you, and you like, man, y'all smiling at each other because y'all know what the secret is.
Yeah,
and now it's like the secret's out and everybody doing it. And then it used to be beautiful women, man. I mean, top gorgeous women.
Man.
Now these guys are showing the dirt
Guardians of the earth. Yes.
You know what? Listen, man, this is 2015. I was in Costa Rica. met this beautiful black Colombian woman. I'm like, first, I didn't know there were blacks in Colombia. And I met her, we spent the day together and stuff, man. And she said, yeah, you should go to my country. I'm like, where's your country? It's Colombia. I'm like, Colombia? Like, yeah, I'm from Cali. I'm like, yeah, okay. 6 months later, my ass in Colombia. Just like that. This is before YouTube, before all this stuff that's going on.
Because you got PW. Did you get PW by her? Is that why you ran to Cali?
What's PW? I don't know what that means.
Pussy whipped.
Oh no! I mean, no. I went to Colombia.
Okay.
No, I mean, she was so gorgeous, man. I'm like, damn, where are you from? And she was saying Colombia again, dude. I'm from Miami, and when you think of Hispanics, you don't really think of black Hispanics. And the fact that she's like, yeah, we have a lot of black people there, and I'm like, you for real? It's like, yeah. So guess what? By me meeting her, I will probably never gone to Colombia. And now I've been to like 7 cities in Colombia.
Right.
So it's just like, sometimes that little bubble maybe probably was the best thing for us, man, because it kind of made us go out there and explore. Now with all this information on Front Street, you don't need to really travel. Like you said, Fearless, I could just live through other people, just sit down, watch on YouTube versus you going out there and venture off to the unknown. So, I mean, personally, like, I kind of miss those days, man. It's like, hey, I remember when people used to come down to Miami for spring break, man, dude, we used to come up so bad in spring break. Man, this is before the phones, cameras.
Miami, and then also right here in Texas. What was the Padre Island?
Padre Island, that's right.
Padre Island was the spot.
Bro, stuff we were doing back then before the game, fucking cameras, phone cameras.
Come on,
and
man.
when you used to, why you used to do it? MTV Spring Break. You remember that?
Yeah.
You used to watch that like, oh, I gotta get there. Wherever they at.
Next year we gotta go. Yeah, next year we gotta be there. Yep.
And so I do agree with you, Brandon, and that guys have gotten a lot more information in the fact, but it's happened both ways. Back in the day, you could still find a lot of great women in the States. There were still some traditional women. Look at the 90s, you see like the girls with the bobs and stuff. So it was still good women. So it kind of moved to where the women aren't as good, and now the men had to travel. And that's been the problem. So yes, in terms of visuals and in terms of information, it's easy for you to. So here goes the thing. All right, so let me think about this. Let me try to break this down. Is it the journey or the destination? And the reason I ask that is, yes, in terms of visual and information is great. But I've kind of had the best fun where I've gone someplace and really didn't know a lot about it, and I had to discover it on my own.
Yep.
I had to ask somebody where they got this at. So I wasn't taking the word or looking at what somebody else doing. I had to go through that whole discovery phase, and that actually made it sometimes a little bit better. That somebody wasn't just feeding me something. But I think that guys now, yes, we have gotten to the part where guys have thought outside the box and they've had other options outside, but a lot of them don't utilize it. They don't utilize that, man. They go 10,000 miles to find you go all the way to Asia to get a fat girl. What the hell we doing?
I'm seeing that a lot more now. Like, wow, really? This is what y'all limit yourself to? But all right.
By the way, I have another poll going on in my room, and the poll says, is this an open and shut case now that you have more information? Yes, no, or not sure still?
I'm on the fence, and I'm a person that says I want to wait for the evidence.
Same here.
Okay, we're going to get back to this real quick.
Her daughter had been touched by her dad, which...
All right, I was trying to pause it. So anyways, why did it go like this?
She messing with OBS.
All right, there we go. Sorry, y'all. So anyways, so I wanted to pause it because if your claim is that it was the son, which is a wild assertion, which would make me think, where did he get that behavior from if that's true. If that's true, where would the son learn it from? So to me, when I heard that, that didn't clear the uncle. Not to me.
I gotta fold back. I can't blame the uncle on that because I don't know how old the son is. Does anybody know how old the son is?
No.
She had the son at 17 and one at 20. So they're 3 years apart. Now the daughters are
And how old is she now?
3 and 2, but we don't know what her current age is. So that's the problem.
See, that's where my issue would come in at, because
Right.
if they got cell phones, what you mean where they found it out?
Corn, yeah. Corn can come through a cell phone easy. And we've had a family situation where a brother had basically
And some of it, I mean, you've seen that on the news where people in the same family have done that, and it's not that they learned; they just, curious.
Curiosity, yeah.
So I don't think it has to be learned, because that's just I disagree with her on this one.
Because
I mean, hold on. Back in the day, we used to run around the damn playground and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Jump on girls in the playground.
I can go get it.
I can go get it. Yep. And that was just from us visualizing, watching other things that we saw on TV.
Yeah, and there wasn't no porn then, you know.
Well, it was, but you had to get in the magazines that were ripped out of the.
But even in the magazine, you wasn't seeing sex; you were just seeing the girl. So you wasn't seeing you know what I'm saying? It just showed the picture of the girl.
Yeah.
So you wasn't seeing it actually like now that the actual sex part.
No, yeah, it was just a girl. It wasn't like actual act. Yeah, you had to go into a place for the that Sears and Roebuck
catalog.
JC Penney's catalog in the lingerie section, bruh. Brothers was staring hard at that shit back in the day. I'm trying to tell you.
Through that.
That's all we had up until you got the magazines underneath the mattresses and shit. And that special hideaway corner.
That's what y'all used to do. I used to go to the library and get National Geographics.
Oh, no, you didn't do the African.
You see some titties in there, some real titties.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they used to show a lot of titties back then.
That's hilarious.
Behavior that they see. So the sons ain't that old. What are they, like 5, 6 years old or something?
No.
So where would they learn it from?
That's just her ignorance. She doesn't have many kids.
So if I was the niece, I would have let my uncle defend his damn self. He's a overgrown old man, and he can defend himself.
Woman would allow.
See, the thing is, these dumbasses don't understand that if you're under investigation or you're going through a court process, you're not supposed to say anything.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier with the.
So I mean, these people. That's why you look at these social media people. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Let everything play out. Trust me, he's gonna walk away.
Right. He obviously has a lawyer who told him to shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. At this point.
Yep.
I am a victim of sexual or whatever you want to call it. And I don't appreciate one bit of the accusations being put out there, especially not just because they're fake, not just because that they're out there just for clout, but because of the fact that this involves a family member of mine who I care about dearly. Multiple family members, if you want to put that out there, because the kids are my family too. The boys are somebody else's. The girls and the last baby are a part of my family.
Damn, he got busy.
And if they're being harmed in any kind of way, I definitely would want to stand up for them, for sure. But her son is the one that the baby first initially said that was touching her. My grandmother was changing the baby one day, and she seen that it was red down there, and she.
When they say changing, every time they say 4 years old and they say changing, are they changing a diaper?
Right.
Is the 4-year-old in diapers?
Pull ups. Chick, are you that limited in your thinking
That
process?
part is not clear. Like, even her saying my grandmother was changing her. Is the 4-year-old in diapers?
And pull ups
Or-
most likely.
Changing her how?
Lord
Because
Jesus.
even the
These
mom said
children
this.
these
The
days,
mom's
man.
story was she
I ain't got time for her to figure that out
they
because she's
did a
sitting there
test.
talking that shit over.
There was an allegation of a situation with her 4-year-old and 2-year-old, and they had enough evidence to grant a protective order. And being that she deleted this video,
But the protective order, just so you know, can be just based on innuendo.
Word, yes.
It's not
And-
necessarily proof.
Yeah. And that's the sad thing. And she's saying like you need evidence. You just need an accusation.
And
No-
they're
no
always going to
evidence.
err on the side of the caution of the child.
And let's tell you how jacked up this. Let me tell you how messed up this is. Let me tell you how fucked up this is. When that accusation comes, because I think you showed that protective order, he not allowed in his house.
Yeah.
He has to leave and vacate his house. She gets to stay in the house, of which he still has to pay the bills.
Now,
Because
the niece said
obviously,
something about a divorce. That was never discussed. And if she's trying to maximize her benefit, if they're actually really in the process of getting a divorce, this is a perfect time to lie and use it as a strategy in order to not only get
that's
full
what they do.
custody,
Yep.
but to get the home and everything else too.
Yep. She had
Because
no.
she slipped up and said that, and I caught it, but I'm like, wait a minute, I heard about no
Imagine
divorce.
Getting a home of which you have no. You moved into his. You was homeless, and you
And it's
moved
not
into
like she
his.
can afford to pay, so she's gonna definitely get alimony because she's gotten 3 kids now by him.
With 2
I'm
kids.
assuming.
Two
No,
kids.
she said 2 girls and a new baby. I just caught that too. So there's now 3 new additionals besides for the 2 sons.
Is it? I don't know. I gotta
Yes.
see.
It's
Let's read
crazy.
this super chat from Brandon. This is out the Black Man Travels here. Brandon says, "Is this ISIS chick trying to go viral?" Yes, sir.
Absolutely. She's been viral. Yes.
She's not yet trying to go viral, been viral, got her Cash App up, and crying alligator
and a
tears
goddamn
again.
fundraiser for $8,000 already.
Yep. She is what she is, but the guy who married her deserves blame too for this mess.
Truth.
He came into a situation. She got 2 kids. She had one when she was young. He picked her up when the second guy was kicking her out. So, she played the sympathy role. That I need a place to stay. I need this. So he's seen the problem she was. And he put his cape on. She was the kryptonite, but he put his cape on and said, "You know what? I'm going to save a hoe." And that's what happens when you save a hoe. He didn't access her character properly. Yes, this is where we go back to our generation. This would be me, Canals, and them. And the group that we would recognize is Belle Biv DeVoe. You can't trust a big butt and a smile. So he's seen all of that. He's seen everything she was bad about. And like guys, we think with the little head and we overlook all of those red flags because we say she's pretty. And because she's pretty, we overlook the red flags. And that's a sad thing that we do. We let a pretty chick get away with something we wouldn't let a fat chick get away with on day one. Continue on. Imagine what his rich non-black buddies think of the situation. Well, now they probably think he's a child sex A guy. They probably think and looking at him at like, see, we told you so. We told you so. Why would you bring this chick into your life? That's what they probably thinking. And And they probably thinking this. And that would be the reason I don't marry a black chick. That's what they think. I mean, they probably had all the stereotypes for him. Go ahead, Black Man Trav. Go ahead.
No, I just want to take a moment to thank Brandon for the super chat. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Brandon, thank you. Appreciate it. Like we said, you helping us out. We figure it's not $2,000 like the woman got in her GoFundMe, but that $20 goes a long way. And I know that Kanawha appreciates that. So that is greatly appreciated. And the fact, and I want to say this because if those women can support a woman sitting there that may be exaggerating and telling a lie, this channel should be able to support guys that's trying to give you the truth.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to see like the disconnect between black men and black women. I don't think that ever, because I don't think that's ever going to be resolved, man. I think it's just going to get worse. This is going to get worse, especially through social media. It's just like we see each other as enemies now, man. Like we do whatever we can, especially, you know, the sisters to get over. And I'm like, man, if things ain't working out, why you got to put this shit on social media and lie? And it's just like for a come up. I don't know. It's just disgusting.
That's a new game now. It's clicks and views, come up. You know,
I would never put my fucking family business online like that.
They don't care. That's
All right,
obviously
so question for you guys.
That's obviously been proven because we see videos of her filming and doing makeup when her children are crying in the other room.
Maybe you can put this poll up, Ronan. Is clout the new currency?
Yes.
I'm still online right now. Hold on.
So that's what it is. Clout is the new currency. So you are not judged by necessarily how many dollars you got, but by how many subscribers you have, how many followers you have. And did your video go viral? I mean, because just think about how many people do that, you know, just to go viral. The brick lady, you know, she gets hit in the face with a brick just to go viral.
Yeah. And had multiple different GoFundMe pages. And
she walked away about with 40,000 cash.
Well, I think they froze the second one. The one, once they figured out that there are some inconsistencies with their story, they froze that other GoFundMe.
But it's a shame that this woman sits up here and something that would scar and put her children at a deficit. She's exposing the children. You can't love your children and put them out there like that. I mean, you just can't. I don't see it. I don't see that, because you're, as a mother, the first thing you would want to do is protect your kids. And maybe by protecting them, I don't know. I mean, maybe you want to say what the world they did. But we just put a lot out there. We put a lot out there. So I don't know. It's maybe just a new generation. So let's see what they got to say.
I don't know. Let me before I flash it on the screen, let me make sure no personal, like, hold on, let me see. Okay, the case she put up, hold on. All right, I'm not gonna share the case number, but I'll put this part.
Yeah, I wonder if this the jail, the arrest.
I think
did he get arrested? Did he actually get arrested?
It was basically a bond hearing based on the innuendos
She
or whatever.
exposed the entire case number.
See, that's what I mean. Why is she putting that up there? Is she putting that up there just so to tell people she did that?
Yeah, showing proof.
Just kind of show proof that that really happened. See, I actually have a case number, and it came up too. She did
so
that
when
on
it
a
gets to the
different
part where
live.
she shows the paperwork.
Let's see. Get to the paperwork. Get to that. Did she not show the paperwork?
Page and
She's
so
showing
this
that.
was her.
There's the
response.
case number.
Oops.
This
was her response to the niece. Hold on. All right, let me move myself over. So
I gotta
she
get that out.
titled the video. Oops.
She's trying not to show too much, and she's doing it all at once.
If OBS is that hard, maybe that's why I can't use it.
Oh, there we go.
It's just you're editing and
this is what
going
she
live.
titled
So
the
once you get
video
done
that she
editing, you have to
quickly
push the
deleted
live
off
button
her
or it doesn't
page.
show.
So this is what it was titled. The niece is his lion mouthpiece. So she said the niece is his lion mouthpiece. That's what she titled her video. But because she deleted this video from her page, we're just going to go to the downloaded video that I downloaded. And we're just going to watch the downloaded video. Let me pull up the overlay so that I can have that ready for when I want to cover the case number and
She
all
looks
that.
so different in every video, don't she?
All right.
Yep.
Let me get this in position.
She got them nails done. She got the nails done.
Right. So this is what she posted in response to the niece.
Go speak. Damn.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, she waiting for the room to fill up, so she's going to be more dramatic.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Trying to come on here and blame my son for the sick and disgusting things that my daughter's father was doing. This is not a game. This is not a game. How dare you? How dare you blame this on an innocent child? You talk about you got proof? You have proof? I've got proof right here. Right here. Show me.
Oh, hold on. I don't want to.
You know what the crazy thing is? Everything she's doing.
Your paperwork. Show me your paperwork. You talk about
No,
I
it's
am saying
it's,
something
it's
different
gonna
than when I was in court.
it's gonna backfire
Honey, you
on
weren't
her.
even.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to show. You're not supposed to show documents, man. On a
On an open case.
Oh my
That's
God.
why the attorney tells the guy to shut the fuck up and don't
Shut
say
the
anything.
fuck up. Don't say nothing, man. Let everything fall.
That's why the husband is not saying anything.
And when she says shows proof, it's not really
accusation.
showing proof, man, because all you did was show proof that there was an accusation. You haven't shown proof that there's actually something that he did. So I just want to make sure we don't use that word. She's showing proof that her proof is, yes, she probably filed a police report or there has been some police report done. So that is proof that she did take that step. So I will say that is more than a lot of women do in domestic cases or something. So she took a step to say, I did file it. But the guy is still innocent until proven guilty. We have not proved his guilt yet. So, an accusation is that. We got Brandon in the house. Brandon is going to be the sponsor of the show tonight. Brandon
yes,
is
he
a paid
is.
sponsor. He's making it here. He's a sponsor of the show tonight. Couldn't get it out.
I got to do something to make that special in the future.
Kanal made a good point about how this would create even more division between brothers and sisters. But weren't the seeds of division already planted? The internet puts more visibility on certain things. So let's dig into that a little bit, guys. One, why do you think, Kanal, you said it, why do you think it's going to create more division between brothers and sisters? And second, when did this, can you tell me a time, from the 2000s to now, when you think that seed was planted? Because I'm trying to think when things actually changed. I don't know the date.
I mean, I think certain things were already there during the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, but it wasn't out there in the front street where everybody could see it. I mean, beyond the Oprah show, the Ricky Lake show, that was about it. You didn't really have any other platforms that or the Maury Prophet show. I mean, there were only a few shows that was actually highlighting the fuckery. But now you have people with their own individual platforms, men and women, who are creating that division more wider and openly, that people could see, that where other people outside the US could see the dysfunction between black men and black women. Now you got black men traveling overseas to find love because they got to the point where they're just sick of dealing with American women, and they're saying it openly. So trust me, the world is watching.
But when did it change? We grew up in the time of
hold up now. Let me push back on this a little bit.
But
we had movies back in the day. Wait, we had movies back in the day. We had music. I don't want no scrub. All the love stories that were going about, men were begging and women were like, no, 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 no. Women were not singing love songs to men. Women were singing R&B songs about their independence and how great it was, while men were still, Keith Sweat was famous for begging.
All the women who independent, throw your hands up.
Yeah, but the thing is, all that
was during that time in the 80s to show more separation between men still desiring traditional relationships and wanting to show their love through their songs and everything else, and women thinking and the vibrato and wanting to have that masculine energy about them being independent. They don't need no man. They can make their own money. They don't need no scrubs. They can do it all by themselves. The girls were even changing the way they dressed. They were dressing more mannish. They had more clothes on. They did not have all the dresses on like they traditionally used to have. They changed their whole persona in the 80s. That's when it happened.
Mary J. Blige changed it up. And I got to agree with you a little bit, Ronan. I wasn't going to agree, but I think it was the women that went their way, because during that time, what did you see? You seen Babyface singing, he doing good. But the movies that were made was how Stella Got a Groove Back. What was the movie with Whitney Houston and all of them in?
That was oh God.
That movie that was out.
Waiting to Exhale. I think.
Yeah, Waiting to Exhale,
Waiting to Exhale.
Color Purple, guy, they always shed us in a bad light, and guys were still singing that. You had Jagged Edge.
We were still begging. We were still singing love songs, and the women are like, we ain't having it no more.
Yeah, I mean, I still remember John B, the white dude. I mean, you had I wanna sex you up. I mean, we were still singing the romance. Luther Vandross was out there. All of that.
Can you pay my bills? Yes, thank you, Zakana. She jumping in here. Come on, girl. She naming them right there. There you go.
Yep. So
I understand, but I think now with today's social media platform, I mean, again, everything you said was based on radio station, music that's being played, but it wasn't as grander it is now.
Then. Yeah, because that was our media back then. We didn't have the internet. The internet wasn't like a thing. So everybody, it wasn't even affordable. You had dial-up back then. A lot of people couldn't afford a computer.
So now it's 10 times worse because we have multiple platforms.
It's absolutely amplified now. Yes, I agree with you. Huge now. But back then, I mean, we barely had two-way pagers back then. It was still localized to where you could only talk as far as maybe the best-looking girl in your county. It wasn't international or even national. Now with the internet, man, you can talk to somebody across the fucking world. That wasn't accessible for men back then.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, and then I had to look up the facts. I was going to say that there's more men on YouTube than women, but actually it's slightly more women than men that use YouTube, with the women making up a slight 1% difference. Because I thought I was going to say that because
buying power too. We might earn money, but the women have the highest earning, or as far as spending money, they spend it more than we do.
But if you look at Instagram and TikTok, women dominates platform usage.
Oh yeah.
So do you think that them getting on those platforms changed it?
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of gives them to create that little cesspool area where they could just bitch and cry.
Let's go back. Hold up. Yeah, I know you said that they get on the platform to bitch and cry. So that's the when you say that, I hear the result. but they had to bitch and cry about something. What was the cause?
I guess a lot of disenchantment, man. You know, it's like it seems like everyone's going through the same situation. Well, you know, I met this man, he played me, this and that, whatever. I'm like, yo, you chose a piece of shit of a dude. You try to change him, and this is the end result. That's what it is, man. It's not coming from them meeting a good quality dude with character, integrity that could actually do right by them. No, they going out for that top 1%, top 10% of men or knuckleheads. They're thinking that they could change that person, but they always ain't getting the same end result. So now they go create their little platforms and just bitch about it.
So do you think back in our day, I want to say this. I'm going to tell you, I think in my day, the shift started happening with the crack cocaine. Why? You started getting these young dudes with expendable money.
80s.
And now they can flash the money. And the girls, you know, if you get a young high school girl would rather be with the dude who 20 years old rolling up in a car. I mean, it ain't had to be a Benz. It could just be a car when you were still riding a bicycle.
Shit,
And
fuck that, bro. I remember fucking 6th grade, 7th grade. Girls in my class fucking like dealing with dudes in high school with cars. I remember this. I'm a 6th grader walking to school.
Right.
I'm a 6th grader walking to school and I see a car pull up and I see the girls jumping in the car. And I know these girls 6th graders. And the high school guys skipping school, going picking up, bro, man.
Right, and now you got this now you even got this new 4B movement that's spreading across the country, all because Trump got elected, and the blame is on all men in America that they went against.
That's the dumbest shit ever, man. You know what, ladies?
Starve themselves out of dating, marriage, sex, and children,
and look at
money
the people
on this, that, and the other thing, man. I mean,
and my thing is this: look at the people who are saying that dumb shit.
They're all the feminists.
No, look how they look like. Look what they look like.
I'm saying. Most of them
wasn't
like,
getting that in the beginning.
Yeah,
they
you
weren't
wasn't
gonna get
getting
any
nothing.
anyway.
It's like, yo, yeah, you be all right. He ain't missing the goddamn thing.
But I just don't know.
That 4B movement came from overseas to begin with. It started in Korea and China.
But
now it's already over here.
But look at Korea and China and Japan right now. Look how their relationship dynamics are over there. It's shit.
Yeah, they're shit, and they don't have enough population, and they're dying out too. That's why they're trying to get people to come over there, and even Japan is giving houses away because the kids that are inheriting houses won't even move to them.
Yeah, because they've been tortured in the houses. Damn, what they call them? Tiger moms, tiger dads, and shit.
Yeah. So we got another $10 super chat from Brandon Hayes. My God, my boy. You know, you are really adding to the conversation. Really appreciate it. Ronan and Fearless made some good points on the R&B music. A Russian chick I know told me that she could not understand why black men beg the women in all the R&B and neo soul music videos. Thank you very much, sir.
Brother, I was one of them dudes begging. I was with the Maxwell music.
Yeah, Maxwell.
You know,
understand back in the day, we had to make mixtapes. Remember, you had to
Music
make a
Soul
mixtape
Child.
or burn a CD in order to have all the consecutive songs that you wanted to play on a night
I'm
while
not-
you're trying to take a girl out or have a good dinner. You had these mixtapes that you used to have to make.
I'm not gonna lie. When I hear the R&B music back in our days, I am disgusted by it. I'm like, I listen to this shit,
Bro, this
like,
was the way.
honestly, I was listening to Babyface music. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was the way,
Babyface
bro.
broke them
You don't
hits, though.
understand, man.
I
Girls
mean-
were throwing their panties on the stage for this dude. You don't
No,
understand.
but I'm just saying that, like, if you listen to the lyrics, like now, you know,
I'll pay
listen to
your
as,
bill
as a grown
as
man.
soon as I get home from work.
Yeah, dude, I'm just just listen to these lyrics back in the 80s and 90s. I'm like, oh hell fuck no. That shit would not get no play in today's radio. Because for one, the dudes they ain't doing that shit.
Ain't nobody feeling that shit no more, huh? Ain't nobody begging for shit no more. Like, fuck that bitch. I ain't doing that shit.
Dudes are telling
Know what I'm
women
saying?
shit, you gotta pay me.
I mean, it was good. You know, think about it. Man, Maxwell was a bad brother back then. Eric Benet, All of those guys. I mean, we were saying we was going to do a lot. We was simping. We was simping hard. A house is not a home, brother.
That's what I said. Man, I used to
Hair
be
is just a chair.
with a big ass and a motherfucking cape on my back, man. I used to try to save every fucking hoe out there.
Who was
Captain
that?
Save a hoe for real.
What was my man's name? The computer dude. I want to be your man. Look.
Ron
I used to
Isley.
get them lyrics and be singing it to the
Yeah.
girl. You know.
Yeah.
You put your
Right.
phone up to you. I don't
Those
know
were
about
the
that.
days. Yes.
You
don't
put your phone
understand.
up to
The
what is it?
emotion from the songs, but you get
But
the
hey guys, do you know one thing I've noticed? Most of the R&B singers tend to be abusers. You never noticed that?
Oh my god, why you gotta go negative on us, man? Come
No,
on,
I'm just saying, but no, I mean, no, but seriously, look
over
at
there
like
being a Debbie Downer. I can't.
no,
even
no,
say
no. But
Debbie Downer. I'm gonna say
but
a
I'm
Bruce
just saying,
Downer.
if you look at most of these R&B singers, they tend to be some of the most abusive men out there.
Oh my god!
No, but just, no, not even that. But just think
now
about.
listen. Now this is back in the 40s and 50s. I know which guys you're
Dude.
talking about. And those were the old school R&B
Shit,
singers,
80s
like,
and 90s.
like what is his name? Jerry Lyman or something like that. There was a whole bunch of old school, like the Pips and shit. Them motherfuckers were beating the shit out of chicks back then
and singing love songs.
and singing love songs. Yeah.
But we don't. What you could, what you can't do today.
What was
you can't have a group, man. You can't have a Jodeci,
Ike
Boyz
Turner
II Men,
beating the hell out of damn
NSYNC.
Tina.
Yeah, but none of those guys who singing them love songs, that Jodeci, I can't live without you. Them dudes was begging. They was begging on there.
Shit,
man.
Man,
We
Keith
was
Sweat
listening to
had
some
some
begging
good songs.
dudes.
Man, you don't understand. I throw a Keith Sweat song on, bro. It was
Tell me
guaranteed.
why.
Yes, it was
Why?
guaranteed, bro. You don't understand. There were certain songs that would just touch a girl's soul.
Nah,
If
I'm
you had a-
down on bended
That's why we had
knee.
mixtapes back in the day. We had mixtapes back in the day, man. We had all
Hey,
the right
and that's
songs.
why, if you notice, that genre of music is dead.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Name one
Unfortunately,
top R&B
right.
singer right now.
Dang.
It's Drake. It's hip hop. There's no
None of
nothing
them
about
sing
that.
like that. And half the rappers are mumble rappers. They can't even rap.
No, rap is dying already. It's dying. Rap is dying. It's no longer the number one art form anymore. It's now Afro music and Latin music. Fucking reggaeton. Rap music died already. It's dying right now.
We grew up in the term when we was in. Me and Rona had a good time. We was in without, we down without Be Sure. We was Al Be Sure. What's my man's name?
Listen. I'm gonna tell you a secret. They said back in the day, light skinned niggas fell out. We never fell out. We just let y'all have your shine for a little bit, but we were still getting in the background. Best believe. We were.
All right.
Man,
Hey,
I'm
someone
gonna
said
tell you-
Usher. Usher's not a top R&B singer anymore.
No. He's
I'm
still
gonna
in the
tell you one
game, but
dude-
he's just making his money off of his prior hits.
Live shows. Yeah, live
like-
shows hits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you one dude I listened to the album maybe recently, maybe about a year ago, and I was like, damn, man, this brother was in it. Brian McKnight.
Oh, Brian McKnight. He
I'm
was the one
all
who beat it.
what is it? I'm crying out or something like that. Oh man, that brother's
One last cry.
one last cry.
One last cry. She sound like a
We
damn
were
cat.
some sad dudes, man. And I know because I used to listen to that girl got me, man. It's crazy. The music doesn't even do that anymore. And it's the guys making that, but the girls wasn't making that. The girls had, I think, went through a whole transition of what they were singing.
Dude, today a young dude get his heart broken, man. He listening to trap music. Go fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck her cousin and her mama, dog. Fuck all that shit.
So yeah, you might be on to something. I mean, think about how we used to talk. It used to be you could go to a club and hear what was that? What was they doing? Like the black dudes would just do the poem. What do they call it back then?
Oh, God damn it! And they would do it to music.
Yeah, or like
they would just go in and do the they would be open mic night, and they would do the poems on the stage and stuff like that.
And that movie was
Back in
made
the
out
day,
of
that was Jason Lyrics. Jason Lyrics.
Nah, Love Jones. Love
Love Jones too.
Love Jones, yeah, Love Jones.
I mean that look, think about that movie. That dude was like, I'm gonna come here every day. He's like, and I'm gonna get a Prince album.
Spoken word. Thank you. Damn, Uncle Gus, how you know that? And you white? That's my moderator. He's a white man. He knew about the spoken word.
Poetry. You right, brother.
Uncle Gus be
And I
getting
think
around,
I think
bro.
that died down too.
That's what I'm
poetry.
saying.
Yeah, those clubs have died down too. Yeah,
But
They
that's
died
when you
down
got
too.
that dude like Love Jones coming in there and saying, I want to be the something in your left eye and the other in your right.
I can't
You all
believe
right?
you still remember that line, bro. I can't.
Yeah, because he was simping the entire time. Just think about this. He was
I
simping
told you,
the
man, we were
entire
the king
time.
of the Simps. Gen X was the king of the Simps. I swear to God, that's why I'm telling y'all, man. I grew up like that. I'm telling y'all, put your fucking capes up. It's not the
Every
same
movie
world
we had
anymore,
was
bro.
a king of the Simps, man.
Yes.
Just think about it. And Jason, in that Jason's whatever it was, Love Jones.
Jason
the girl
Lyrics,
left
Love
him.
Jones,
Remember,
all of them had spoken word in them. Yes.
remember, she left him. She left him to be with her man. Left him out in the cold.
But
Then
she
went
still-
to
he still
Chicago
came
to be
back
with her
and hit
man.
it. He still came back and hit it every once in a while. So that was true too. I've done that. I've doubled back. I've circled the block.
But I'm saying, just think of all the movies we was the Simps. in
Yes,
every
we
movie.
were, and that's what I'm saying. We were raised that way to be that way, and that's what I'm saying. These dudes now don't follow your great grandma's advice. Don't even follow your grandfather's advice, man, because it's not the same world anymore. I realized that coming out of the different marriages I came out each time. Between the first one was 6, the next one was 9.5 years. The rules had changed. The rules changed, goddamn, every 2 months, damn near. When I first got out, it was like if you started dating somebody, it was already known to be exclusive. Now you got to actually say the motherfucking word. Are we exclusive? If not, this bitch got like 10 other dudes.
Brother, when I grew up, there was just a box. You get a piece of paper and say,
you
will you go with me? Yes or no?
No. Yeah, yes or no.
We go together.
Way off topic, but we having fun with it. I'm sorry, y'all. We kind of reminiscing right now on our generation. I know y'all don't even understand half the shit we talking about. Like, what are these?
No,
OGs
but it
talking
still
about
go
right
back to this, man. Back then, it was about your character. You still
Yeah.
had to
Yes,
have
it
some
was.
character. So we still on topic. It wasn't about the, yes, you could have some money, but you still had to bring something to the table because the girl may like that guy with the cash, but she still had to bring somebody home, and she wasn't bringing that dude home. She had to bring the dude with the character home to meet the family. Now, shit, it don't matter who you bring home. Well, you ain't ever bringing them home. It's a whole thing. It's the guy, how we had to make love. What you used to do? Let me turn down the lights. You turn the lights down, put on some slow music. I don't even know what these guys
Nice
make love to
candles.
nowadays, man. What do
They
they
don't know
make
how to
love?
romance. They don't know nothing about romance. Let's just hit it and quit it now. What you talking about?
Put that stick on that stick, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, for real though.
I mean,
maybe
that
I'm
started
out
with
of
Uncle
tune.
Luke back in the day. Pop that coochie, pop, pop.
I don't know what these guys even would make love to, man. I don't even. I
They
guess
don't
they
do
don't
that
make
no
love
more.
no
They
more.
don't.
That's right. They just
Are
fuck.
we like done with this topic? I mean, because we have gone way off the rails with this.
No, we
one,
still with it because we
it's
still
still
with how these
fun.
women
but we
change.
get back in.
This is
I-
still how these women changed.
Seen you
Go
in
ahead,
my
Kunal. Go ahead, brother.
No, I just think character is no longer a factor anymore. And I think character only becomes important once a woman gets older. But in her 20s, she could give one fuck about a dude's character. I'm gonna be honest. And it's sad to say, it's just like they want to see all the nice, shiny things. And in order to do that, character's thrown out, it's literally thrown out the window.
But your man Brandon was saying a Russian chick was saying that why black men beg, and this is where we go mess the game up because we be going overseas begging the same way. How we beg is, baby, I'm gonna send you that Western Union. I'm gonna do this. We still begging no matter where we go. So what is it in our character that got us begging where other men around the world see us as weak? Other women around the world see us as weak because we are the beggars. We doing that. Other men around the world say, man, I would never put up with what you put up with.
True. But I'm gonna tell you this. While I was in the military, Australia has a serious masculinity problem there, where the men were overly masculine and the fathers really didn't want their daughters marrying Australian men. So when we pulled into port, the Navy and the Marines, they would have adopt a sailor, adopt a Marine program. And for the week that we were in port, we either pull over on the perf side or the sitting side. It didn't matter what side. There were a certain amount of Marines and sailors that it was the program was put like, oh, you want to experience the Australian lifestyle. We got families that will bring you into their home and show you how they live here in Australia. And guys would sign up for it. But really what it was those families had daughters. And they would prefer that the American man fell in love with their daughters within that week to try to get them to want to court and marry them so that they wouldn't have to let the Australian men marry them. And these families were very well off. So I'm like, bruh, it's a different situation.
And I know Melissa, she wants to bring up Alicia Keys as an example. Wasn't it Alicia Keys that kind of was dating a married man?
Yeah, took a married man.
Yeah, so
wait. And she was married to he was a rapper, wasn't he?
Swiss Beats.
He was married and then he got divorced and went with Alicia Keys.
Well, she got pregnant. Nothing too much he could do at that point.
Right.
So I know you want to say because a real man knows a real woman comes first. Well, his woman didn't come
real
first.
Man. No, whoa.
No, that's Alicia Keys' song. But I'm saying,
oh, okay.
He must not have been a real man because he didn't really put his woman first.
Or he would have never.
He didn't know his wife's worth. He left his wife for the side chick. So
that's fucked up.
That's what happened. I'm not. That's just what happened.
I'm not just saying that's fucked up, but yeah, that's what happened.
So it's, I don't know. Let's see what this chick got to say.
Life is not very good. Oh my gosh. Y'all want to see my protective order? Y'all want to see my protective order right here? I'm going to cover my daughter's name. I'm going to cover my daughter's name.
That's
in
not
the
a protective order.
In the case of a vulnerable adult and a minor child, a relative, there is a preponderance of the evidence to believe that the respondent committed the following acts of abuse: statutory abuse of a child, R word, or a statutory S offense. Father has been coming into two-year-old
That's all suggestive. That has nothing to do with actual facts.
Rooms and SAing them. This is from the judge.
That is not from a judge. That's what's on the record.
There's the proof. There's the proof.
The judge didn't say it. She said that to the judge.
That's what was on the record as far as being reported. That was not on any judgment. They haven't had a case yet.
Yeah,
but the guy would be in jail. If that was proven, the guy would be in jail with no possibility of parole or bond until the actual case happened. Those are all suggestive based on the stories that were told or taught to the children as they were telling whoever was doing the investigation initially. That's it.
Do you guys think that he may have a case to sue her?
Oh, absolutely. Slander, all kind of shit.
Like literally take her entire
name
YouTube
out
channel
there,
down, everything else.
Putting his name out there and all that other shit. If he has clients, if this guy is a millionaire or whatever, and he has expensive clients and the money that it could affect his future earnings, I think he could argue with the judge as far as having custody of his children. One, because she lies about how she cares for him. Plus, she's on the internet showing that she doesn't care whether her children are crying or not, and she doesn't go in to check on them. That's all way on lives that everybody's seen. So he has a good case, and more fathers are being awarded their children every day.
But see, now what he has to do, I told you what it comes down to. All she has to do is say, I believed my child.
Mm-hmm. But who would teach their daughter to lie? Why would your daughter lie on your father, on her father? Somebody had to teach you to lie on her father.
But that comes down to, you can take a kid and just not convince them, but you can say, hey, this is what you need to say.
Yeah,
exactly. You can suggest whatever.
And they would just say, yeah. And by them saying, yeah, even though it was suggestive conversation, they'll start repeating it. You say things 3 times, it commits it from short-term memory to long-term memory. That's why you hear Dr. Umar repeat things 3 fucking times. He's psychologically trying to make things true when they're not.
I'm the king of Pan-Africanism. This is the king of Pan-Africanism.
Listen to every time he says something, he repeats himself 3 times. He's a psychologist. He knows exactly what he's doing when he does that.
Now, my thing is, let's flip the script, man. If the dude is guilty, man. So what do we do here? The dude, he did it. We can blame him. Do we put any blame on the mom?
Yeah, absolutely. You married a random dude after a fucking week over the possibility of losing him because he updated his eHarmony page as if he wasn't serious about you.
And do you think, because what she said in there is, my dad has been coming into my room, meaning it would seem to me through that word that this would not have been the first time. It seemed to be a pattern. I'm just going by what she said.
Yeah. But let's explain this away. Okay, my dad's been coming in the room. How do you know he hasn't been coming in the room?
No. Hold on.
Listen. Let me finish. How do you know he hasn't been coming in the room to give them a bedtime story at night?
No, but that's not where I'm going, Roland. What I'm saying is the part of coming into the room means over a period of time. My question would be, why would the mother just be noticing something now if this happens over a period of time?
Because you've seen her on film sitting there having a whole YouTube channel or whatever the fuck she was doing with her makeup, listening to kids fussing in the background. That's how. She's proven her own case of how incorrect she is as a parent. You're not going to go respond to your kids yelling or screaming because you're on a live, and she'll come back and say, oh, I'm on a live right now. Please don't disturb me. And she said, I hate when they're disturbing me.
She said he was watching them. So, that's another thing. He was actually watching the children while she was on a live or something. She said, oh, the dad isn't there. So he may be the primary caregiver. That may be it.
But how could he be if he's wealthy and she doesn't work and he basically makes the money? He's still. And this is where you start getting with the beta male syndrome and all the accepting things he allowed this woman to do. You're a father of listen. You're a father of high means. You make a lot of money. I don't care how much money you make. This woman is spoiled. She even says it herself on several of the videos I brought up. She's been spoiled to death by this man. And showing her how much he cared about her. Obviously, he has a lot of money, but he's still taking time out of his busy schedule to spend time with his children while his wife is off fucking around on a goddamn internet channel trying to grow her business when she doesn't really fucking need to work. Makes sense out of this.
So when I say primary caregiver, I mean he's probably showing the most affection. That's one. And here's the difference between being a trophy wife and being a wife. To her, trophy wife is, I got to get on the internet and I got to get followers and let them know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, a trophy wife and a mother. That's the word I want to use. The difference between a trophy wife and a mother. The trophy wife has to get on, show everybody what she's doing, do this. The mother is the person taking care of the kids. So she'd rather be a trophy wife than a good mother.
Why didn't she just hire a British au pair or a fucking nanny or something?
The hell? Why would she have to?
Because she's got money. If you're that rich, why wouldn't you flaunt it to the nth degree? Go hire a fucking nanny to watch your kids.
Yeah, that'd be stupid. I wouldn't go for that if I'm him. That's what the hell you home for. Well, I'm gonna hire somebody else to watch my kids and you home all day.
Because she's a kept princess in her own fucking mind.
Let's see what this Ket Princess got to say.
There's the proof. I'm done. That's all. I'm done.
I'm done.
And it's like when she said, "I
she
dare,"
had that
like,
video
how
up
dare
on
you?
her page for about
Like,
20 minutes, and
took it down.
within 20 minutes of her having it up, I downloaded it. I was like, hold up, she might delete this off of here. Let me hurry up and download it. And so I hurried up and downloaded it, and then by the time I went live, she had already deleted it off her page. So
because she sounded stupid.
I pray for protection of those little girls.
And at this point, you're still assuming the father has done
everybody
something.
gets the healing that they need. This is a very complicated story, but this is what happens when you bring certain details to the internet,
Exactly.
especially when you bring such serious allegations to the internet and you leave it very, very vague, and it goes viral. And it makes people want to dig for more. And I feel like, you know, the length that people are digging may be a little bit too far, but she has to understand that the way that she did her video, it made a lot of people have a lot of questions. It was like, wait, huh? So wait, what happened? So she left it on that cliffhanger, and to me, in my opinion, I felt like she was setting up for a series, you know, to keep this going and going and going, and it backfired. Now, if this is her story, she wants to monetize on her story. I don't have an issue with her monetizing on her story. That's her
Monetizing
life.
on her story
It's what
and the
she went
GoFundMe
through.
page. Get the hell out of here with
And if
that
she
shit.
wanna make
This is a
coins
woman
off of
protecting
it,
another woman
I
at
don't
this
look at her
point.
any type of way. But the way that she set up the story and she left it on a cliffhanger, which to me seemed like it was a cliffhanger so that she can leave the people, you know, keep feeding pieces and building on the story and running up the check. It backfired, and it made people look for those missing pieces of the story and try to figure this out, because some of it, from what she said, it's like, wait, huh? You know, it left a lot of people like, wait a minute, hold on, let me see what else is going on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So unfortunately for her, it backfired, and it's turning into a mess. And at the end of all of this, the kids are in the middle.
Yeah.
The kids are thrown all over the internet. There are so many people sharing her kids' pictures. There's tons of pictures of her children all.
That's what you shouldn't do. And this reminds me of the dude. I don't know if y'all watched the dude Cooley Fugazi.
Talked about stepmoms and stuff.
Yeah, this reminds me of him, where he says something and he says all this stuff, and then people do this research and dig, and then it's like coming back to haunt you. Now you got to spend all your time trying to backtrack, manipulate, change what you said, finesse what you said. It just gets dirty. Then now, you know, and I can't say anything about his wife and kids, but now you just put them in the spotlight to be like, your kids don't look like yours. They look like they white. They white daddy and white. And then it just becomes you just put your kids on Jump Street for fame and fortune. And that's you know, I can understand you want to make it, but your kids really didn't ask for that. Posting a picture is different, but they put them as movie stars in it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, you know, if the kid wants to be, you know, I don't know. Maybe today's age, that's where it's at. But when people take their kids, you know, and now you're exploiting their kids, you know, my thing is this. Always grew up, and we had 3 rules in the hood. You don't mess with somebody's wife, you don't mess with their kids, and you don't mess with their money. And
facts.
And I'm gonna say this, man. I think a lot of people are gonna get touched. This whole social media thing, people forgot because you probably live in another state. You don't know how crazy that person is to go find you that you were talking shit about his wife. You posted his kids on a platform, talk shit about him. You don't know what that mental state of that man or woman will go to find you.
Yeah.
And take your life. I'm telling you, I'm saying it right now. You're gonna hear social media influencers getting popped. I'm telling this right now because they taking this shit now to a whole new level where people forgot how it is to get punched in the face. And I think it's gonna get violent offline. Because for me, if anyone would do that to me, dude, knowing my crazy ass, I'm gonna find you. And I'll probably pull up on you. And that's why I try to do none of that beef shit. No, I don't want no smoke. I'm good. But when you start putting my, people that's not even part of the argument onto those platforms, man, listen, I don't feel sorry for you get touched. I don't feel sorry for you.
Exactly. And Rona know my beef. And I said, man, if I ever find out who tried to dox me, not even me, my wife, oh man. They don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna do it the ski mask way. You're gonna never see me coming.
It's funny. Another brother of ours, True Prodigy, he had a live today, and it got into talking about daughters. If somebody had made an indecent approach to your daughter, what would happen? And I politely said that motherfucker would disappear. He said, "What?" I said, "I know people." I said, "You would not find his fucking body if I found him first." And I mean it.
People just forgot how real it is outside of social media. I think people live their lives so much on social media that they forgot what the real world will do to certain people. And that's why like all these gossips and sipping tea shows and beef shows, smoke shows.
Yeah,
man, I'm telling you, look, someone's gonna get got.
And I don't have no problem. We can always argue and debate the subject or whatever. It's when I ain't gonna lie. That's why I know we're in a group on WhatsApp. That's why when they post certain things, like they even posted today and one show was going on, I never even comment on it. Like, so what? I don't care what y'all saying about that person and what they did somewhere. And it's like, it just becomes stupid to me. Y'all having an internet beef, man, about, I don't even know what y'all beefing about.
Dude, I see it all the time. And the thing is, the people who do all this beef and shit can't even throw hands. You can't even throw hands. And you doing all this beef, all this stupid shit. I'm like, man, look, man, this shit could go real fast. And the thing is, people forgot how real things are. And it's in due time, like I said, you're gonna hear some people getting knocked off.
And I think O'Shea said one of the people that he might see first, not from him. And he was talking about Myron Gaines, that dude calling the N-word to some brothers who live in your city.
Oh yeah, dude, bro.
A couple guys said, "I live in Florida. I will pull up on your ass and shut the fuck up."
No. On the street, bro, he has to be careful. Dog, it's like that shit is real down there in Miami. Like he needs to be careful. I know he said, "I'm a former CIA." No, they don't give a fuck, bro. Dude, they will touch you. And the thing is, how people do in Miami, they let shit cool down.
Yep.
You think those shit's kind of blown over? Nah, bro. They're gonna catch you slipping.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find this lady.
TikTok.
Now, ladies. Let's see what she's talking about. Find signs you're dating a Dusty.
Yeah, I was gonna pull that one.
Why is her name?
Right, so this is
Isis
her,
Morales?
TikTok page.
Is it?
So
I thought it was
built a
Paloma.
following on here. Her name
she's
is
not gonna
Isis
use her real
Morales
name.
888.
Oh, okay.
And
this is where I got all those videos from that I was playing earlier.
let's hit the opening new tabs just in case.
But she had taken down a lot of her pictures on that too.
Ladies,
A
let's
lot
talk
of her
about
videos.
5 signs you're dating a Dusty. So, first sign is he has asked you to borrow money. Now, this is a sure sign that your man is a Dusty. Real men would never stoop so low to ask a woman for money.
So my question is, if she asked him for money, is she a Dusty?
Of course not. It's called hypergamy. He's supposed to have the money to give her.
Okay, so he's supposed to just give her money. She's not a Dusty or a beggar, but it's no problem for her to do it. Okay, I just didn't know. I thought we were living in that age where it was, women's rights, women's first. We're all the same, but apparently not.
Second sign, he
Okay,
may not have asked you for money, but he depends on you financially. So if you all live together, then he depends on you to help pay part of the bills. As in, he depends on you to help pay part of the rent. He depends on you to help pay part of the car note, part of the car insurance, or any other necessities. Third sign is...
So this is what I mean when I say she better be doing something, because if he has his house and he's paying for everything, why would I need a nanny, man? I don't understand that. Why would I be wanting to get a nanny? Why would you be adding to my expense? You're supposed to be taking away from my expense. These women delusional.
Correct.
She's
supposed to be enhancing your ability to work.
Now, ladies, most men that are super fine are Dusties. And the reason why this is because men that naturally look good, as in they have good height, they have a very nice face, nice body, these men don't feel the need to work as hard in their career. And
Kanal, brother, you messed up, man. You trying to get in shape, get your hair nice, comb your beard. That's gonna make you a Dusty. You're gonna be a Dusty for looking good now. Now you can't even look good. You can't even, as a man, you can't look good. We gotta, they wanted us. They wanted the Metro men. They wanted the rough. We don't know what we supposed.
Yeah. I think at one point wasn't metrosexual man was like the end thing at one point.
Yeah. By her means, Darnell should be.
Come on now. Listen, the metrosexual man had a place. That was the dude that she could hang out with the girls and him, and they would go shopping together and all the things that her regular man would not do because it had nothing to do with being masculine. So that metrosexual man most likely was a gay guy.
And so Darnell should have a come up. According to her, Darnell should be top dog.
Oh, shit. Without the shaving of the beard or anything, huh?
You are right about this, young lady. We believe that this woman is lazy, selfish. She used the kids to get into that man's house. Yes, she did.
She absolutely did. When we found that out earlier, she absolutely did everything she could to marry this guy with a very quick. But again, it's the guy's fault for falling for that and moving that quickly.
You know what? Hold on. Let me stop you there. I'm gonna stop you.
Don't have me pull up Coach Greg, because if you stop me and say something contradictory, I'll pull Coach Greg up right now. What you about to put on?
Put on my cape. I'm gonna put on my cape.
Oh shit! Hell no.
So I put that cape on to say that.
No.
Just think about that. Would you just said it was him? So let's think about it. No, I want you to I just want to psychology.
How do you let a woman talk you within a week of getting married, bro? You're supposed to be the man.
Hold up, brother. Let me just psychologically.
There is no excuse. There ain't no psychological.
Hold up. See what you just did. I'm gonna show you how you just did.
Come on.
So what? Just think about this. There was a time if a man stepped up and said, I'm going to take responsibility, I'm going to take this woman, I'm going to take her kids, I'm going to do that. He was the responsible man, he was the man you looked up for because
you're talking to a goddamn stepdaddy. What the hell are you talking about?
Hold up. There was a time when that would happen. When a guy would take over the whole family.
I was that dude. You talking to him. I did that.
And what I'm saying is there was a time when we looked at you with honor. We looked at you with respect. Now what we're saying is if you do something
hell
like
to
that,
the no, run.
So what changed in the men to say that is no longer honorable to be that man? Because we just said you dumb. And in a sense, why are we calling him dumb? Because he was the responsible man?
No, he's dumb.
Why?
He wasn't being responsible. He was being irresponsible. Let's not get our words mixed up.
Why was he being irresponsible?
One, as a man of means, you should not marry a woman without vetting her. He didn't vet her. Not only did he not vet her, he actually committed to her in marriage within about a week or so.
So what we're saying is his intentions were noble.
Right. Listen, if you listen to the Coach Greg thing and all the other things that was being said, she vetted his ass though. She made sure he had money. She made sure that he had all the right requirements for her to marry her. He didn't do none of that for himself. How are you considering yourself a man if you act irresponsible like that?
Let me ask you this. I've been around and I've talked to girls and I have, what would be the word I would use? Coerced. I must use the word coerced because I can't think of it. I coerced them out of them panties.
Coerced? Talked them out could be sweet nothings. I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways.
I mean, whatever you want to do it. Lied to them. I did whatever it needed to do to get them panties off of. Right?
He said whatever it took.
That's what we do as guys. We say that. So you gonna tell me you ain't tell a girl something that she wanted to hear so you could drop them draws? In that case, who is the bad person?
What do you mean?
Was she hold up, let me put it this way. Was she a bad girl because she believed my lies and how I manipulated her? Or was I the bad person by lying to her or manipulating?
Okay, so you got the red cape on right now because it sounds like you're defending her action.
Hold up. No, because I'm going back to this. You just said the man. So I'm saying
I'm blaming the man. Absolutely.
Hold up. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Let's go back to I'm giving you the other option.
What option?
Who in the scenario that I gave you that I talked the draws off a girl, was she the bad person or was I the bad person?
Okay, first of all, how can you talk the jaws off of any woman that was not already ready to have sex with you? Because we all know women control. Wait. I'll let you talk. We all know women control access to sex. Men control access to marriage. So he had the control when it came to marriage or whether he wanted to agree to marry the woman. The woman can actually give you sex without any other commitment aside just giving you sex because she desires you. No, I did not. I'm answering the question. There is no yes or no answer. You're asking a tricky question, and I'm giving you the facts that women control access to sex. So a woman cannot give you sex whether you talk it to her or not. She knew she wanted to have sex with you within 3 to 5 seconds of fucking meeting you. She just didn't know when. She just didn't know when. And you said just enough and you didn't fuck it up to where you got the panties. Because plenty of dudes were already in the mix and was going to get the panties until they opened their mouths and said a little too much and lost the fucking opportunity.
Well, let's say this. I took the girl's virginity because I said, I love you and I want to marry her. But I didn't do it. I had no intention of loving her.
I never let her go.
So I'm saying is who is the manipulator? Who's at fault? Her or me?
Her for playing possum.
Oh man.
You just asked.
I know I'm saying, but
she knew she wanted to have sex. Stop it. She knew she wanted to have sex. It wasn't grape. So if it wasn't grape, then she was willing to give it to her. And there's Akana is sitting there agreeing with me, another female. saying it was her. She played possum. She knew what she wanted. She
All
was
right.
hunting a man that had a wealth. And when she approached him, even though she tried to play the innocent one, because I played a video prior to say that she should be acting like you're a Dusty, even though she knew you had money. So she already knew the game of playing like she wasn't interested to the dude, even though she was. That's
So
why
let me ask you another
That's
question.
why I gave you guys context, so you understood this woman is conniving. She already had a game plan set up in her head. She knew the guy had money. She did the background check, and anything other, she was playing innocent, but she knew exactly what the fuck she wanted.
Let's take every scenario that you just said. Now, everything you just said, let's say I agree with.
Okay.
Then if there's a case where I am looking for money, I'm looking for a come up, and somebody scams me.
Scam
who's
how?
at fault?
Be specific.
Scams me to take my money out. I fell for the Ponzi scheme with Bernard, whatever. I fell for the, hey, I'm going to, somebody calls me from the IRS and I'm going to do this. I fall for it. Who's at fault? The scammer or the scammy?
The scammy for falling for the scam.
Then why don't the scammy go to jail? And why does the scammer go to jail?
Ask the question again, because that didn't make any sense.
If I scam you out of your money, which is a fraud, and you will go to jail. I'm a fraud. Okay, all right. But you fell for the fraud. In order for me to scam you, you
So
had
being
to
naive is all of a sudden a crime, and he's supposed to go to jail too for being naive.
Now you're getting somewhere, because I'm going to use that same thing when I said who is the blame with the girl. So for her being naive, for her being naive and
She's
me
not naive,
manipulating her, she's come on now.
She went in with a preconceived notion. Did you not hear the
Not
video
her,
I
hold
played
on.
earlier?
Not her. Not I'm saying for me having sex with a girl.
Oh, we're not talking about this specific chick. We're just talking random chicks.
In general, yes.
Okay.
In general.
So let me ask you something. Do you not think when you walk up to a girl, like I said, a girl knows within 15 seconds, maybe a minute, whether she's going to sleep with you or not? You know why? Because she's assessing everything you're fucking wearing. She's assessing the way you look. She's assessing the clothes you wear. She's assessing whether your fucking nails are done. She assessed the fucking way that you carry yourself. She's assessing everything about you before you opened your mouth. So at the end of the day, if she chooses to sleep with you, it's because everything was perfect in her eyes that she wanted to sleep with you, and you were still desirable to her. And you didn't open your mouth and say something fucked up to throw yourself out of the eligibility and the opportunity.
But remember, I manipulated her to do it. I told her I wasn't married, but I'm married. I told her that I ain't had no kids. Whatever I told her to get there, I manipulated her to get it.
She didn't care. It's not her first rodeo. She didn't care. So, women are not logical like that. They work on emotion. You're thinking.
But I say, I guess, I was saying that to say this because it seemed like you was putting the blame on the man, and I'm saying it seemed like
I am.
Sometimes we put the blame on the man when he was the mark.
He was the mark, but he should not have been the mark. He should have not been so weak and susceptible to the woman, no matter how beautiful she was. He should have still took the time to fucking assess her, vet her, especially when he had so much to lose at his higher value status. She was a woman that had already had 2 to 3 children. She wasn't nobody that was somebody that should have been considered right off the bat within a week without having some kind of evaluation. He doesn't know who the baby daddies are. He's never met them. He doesn't know the fucking history. You're talking about within a fucking week. You're a multimillionaire. You're just going to marry a random ass woman without doing any kind of background checks. Come on, man, stop.
So I'm just saying. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Why do you think it says a fool and his money, not hers? A fool in his money, because we are the dumb motherfuckers that will fall for some stupid shit where a fucking female will not. That's why they reference a male in that fucking phrase.
But we say, we always reference males.
No, we don't always reference.
We always, anytime we're gonna say, it's male. We say, and even if we reference God, we reference a man.
Right.
So we can say that. But the only reason I say that is because it's sad that we always say that it's the man, and even when he's the victim, he's the man.
He is the victim, but he's also at fault for falling so easily for the trick. Listen, As
So,
a man,
so hold
listen,
on.
let me clarify that real quick.
You
Before
feel
you
for this,
re-ask the question, let me clarify what I'm saying.
all right.
As a man, I'm responsible enough to know when I've been shaded and I've been taken advantage of. It was my fucking fault for falling for it. I've invested in fucking Ethereum. I was in an Ethereum mining group. I thought it was the greatest thing. I was going to use it to supplement my income as another income stream while I traveled around the world. Okay. I fell into a scheme where I lost $7,000. Did I blame the person that fucking led me into it, or did I blame myself? I blame myself. Because at the end of the day, that's what men do. We take blame for the things that we make mistakes on for not properly taking the steps to analyze what the fuck we were doing. Women operate on emotion. Men operate on analytics. And if that man was operating on emotion because he fell for the fucking banana in the tailpipe and she bought him a fucking ring, and all of a sudden because she was the best thing he fucking, I've seen the dude. The dude wasn't the greatest looking guy in the world. This dude looked at this chick and said, I will never have an opportunity at this type of chick in my fucking life. And the fact that she initiated by kind of leading him on with the fucking ring and said, hey, I brought you a ring because we were talking about getting married, and he fell for that shit, that's his fucking fault.
Well, it's our fault that we've been on for almost 4 hours. We're going to start to close this down because we're not going to come to no conclusion tonight, but we are going to follow this case because we want to see.
We do need to do a follow-up on this because it's not
we're
over.
going to see. We appreciate everyone joining with us. So what we'd like you to do is shout out. We want to give a great shout out to the sponsor of the show. That would be Brandon Hayes. Shout out to that brother. Thank you, Brandon, for throwing. He threw a lot in there. Brandon, you must have got paid this Friday, brother.
You know what I'm saying? It was a payday, but I'd like to throw a shout out to Just John for the $2 and $5 super chat. So he contributed to the conversation as well. So thank you, Just John. We appreciate everybody's support, even if you just leave a like and a comment. Hey, I would like to know in the comments as you guys, because I get a lot of replay people. You guys replaying this later. I'd like to know, how do you think this story is going to turn out in the comments? Do you think this is actually a farce? Because now that we kind of got a little more information, there's possibly a divorce going on. This chick is a money hungry type of chick, and she wants the best opportunity to get the majority of whatever resources that she can get from this man. I mean, y'all tell us what you guys think in the comment section of how you think this is going to wind up being.
Yep. And then next time we play it, we're going to show your comments and show if you was right or wrong.
Yeah.
But until next time, people, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, go to our chat, put a thumbs up, a heart, something that we know that you're real and you're not a bot. Give us your opinion. And with that said, we out of here. Good night. Good luck. Don't be a simp. Happy Thanksgiving. Stop being simp. Don't marry a woman when she buys her own ring. And
at least in a fucking week. God damn, a week.
Dude, I mean, that's a red flag if she's buying her own ring. That's
a red flag on his idiocy too. God damn, bro.
But at the same time,
are you that desperate, bro? Come on, man. The wind blows and this dude just falls in love in less than a week and marries somebody with all the resources he has. Come on, man. This is just inexcusable for the bill.
And that's why I think a lot of guys who have power, who have status, tend to be the weakest dudes. And like you see them around women, how easy they crumble. And it's just like, you know, in their workplace, they got status, you know, they got power, they have influence. But outside of that workplace, I
know a lot of dudes that have fetishes about that shit. They want to get whipped and all kind of shit in the background, but they're in charge of multi-billion-dollar companies.
It's like, dude, you that much of a simp that you marry someone within a week, within a month. You propose in a week where she forced you to get the ring. I mean, dude, I'm sorry. And you're a leader of men in the military? Fuck off, man. He's losing a lot of respect from his soldiers. It's like, look, man, I'm gonna listen to you, but after 5 o'clock, fuck you.
And with that said, I will end it on the song lyrics of BBD. Guys, never trust a big butt and a smile.
And she don't even look like she got a big butt.
No,
I don't think so. I don't think
she got a big forehead. She got a
forehead. About five head, at least big as mine.
We out.
They told me, A newborn king to see. Pa-rum-pa-pum.
Got a family to feed, got a family to feed.
Jingle bells,
Yeah.
jingle bells,
Yeah,
jingle
juju on that, juju
all
on
the
that, juju on that
way.
beat. Now
Oh,
slide,
what
drop,
fun it
hit them
is to
fuckers,
ride in a
Don't
one-horse
stop.
open sleigh.
Don't stop.
Hey, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the field we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing. I've been down so long, you look like jingle bells. They look jingle bells. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. Baby, I just need one good one to stay.
Deck the house with bells of holly. La 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 la.
Cut it,
La la
cut it,
la.
cut it.
Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. La la la.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
That girl is a real crowd pleaser.
He's making a list. He's checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. So Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, they told me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
Yeah, yeah.
A newborn king to see, pa-rum-pa-pum.
Got a family to feed, got a family to feed.
Jingle.